Yeah, all right. So, welcome back to Do Warforged Dream of Electric Sheep. I'm Darren, the Dungeon Master, and these lovely people are.
I'm Amy. I play Isadora.
I'm Neil and I play Esme.
I'm Laura, I play Coda. I'm wanted for murder.
Ian is here. Well, and I'm not Ian, but Ian will join us very soon, and he plays Risbeth Selfield, the Goblin. Actual. I saw him.
You summoned him! Oh, wow!
I'm an actual lich. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Go me. Nice.
Ian, you want to introduce yourself? Because it was like right at the end of the intros.
I mean, if there was so feel sorry that I'm really sorry. Bye.
Nice.
Bye, Ian. Love you. Bye.
Bye, Ian. Adios. Auf Wiedersehen. Juice and all that jazz. Right. So yeah, when we last left our heroes, you had just left the City Watch, a building of the city. I can't remember if it was the HQ or not. Was it the HQ? Can anyone remember?
No, it was the office of the Rich District.
Yeah, it was just a station. And an ICM individual wasn't exactly the chirpiest of individuals, but took the bill or the fine, took the gold, all that jazz. And Coda spotted a cheeky wanted poster of a tiefling that resembles. I don't see any Codas, you know what I mean? But yes, so you guys were outside and kind of comically upset, having a freak out. And as far as I know, the rest of the party were just kind of like, well, that was a thing.
Did the others see the wanted poster, or was that just me?
I assume you all did, because you all went in? Or did
I assume so.
Yeah.
Well, no one declared that they'd go in, so I just assumed everybody was in there, literally like in generic, like, there are 4 of us doing this single job. Here you go, sir. Okay, bye.
Yeah, Risbeth would have gone in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good, all of our faces were seen by the fucking cops. Great. It's fine.
So yeah, guys, the world is your oyster, specifically the city. What do you do? Where do you go? Who do you see? What do you stab?
I stab Coda and bring him in.
Ah, it's some good fellas.
I'm gonna put whatever clothes I'm wearing like around my face. Maybe a scarf.
Coda
or
just
something.
on belt. Oh, okay. I thought, like, you take
No,
off
I'm
his
not gonna
pants.
like wrap my
I
pants
was like,
around my
I will
face.
blend in. Just like puts his.
I don't know if I'm wearing a scarf or anything, but if I have my goggles, I'll put them on. I'm trying to hide my stupid face.
Fair.
If only had a wicker mask that might obscure one.
Oh wait, yeah, I do, but it'd be weird to wear a big octopus mask through the streets like some sort of weirdo, though, wouldn't it?
No, that's fair. Actually, yeah, Coda would stick out like a thumb to the other people.
Like a
with
big
metal
weird
faces
tiefling man with like a
golden
fucking
faces. Yeah, no,
octopus
Are
on his head.
People wearing sick masks?
No, actually, they are not.
We're
There's
in
like
the
some
rich
people
district, right?
in the rich district, yes. But yes, there is no one kind of shuffling around with sick masks. People kind of seem okay. You kind of see like 1 or 2 people coughing, but you can't quite discern if it's like, are you infected? Or if it's just like, that person has a cold. Bless.
Remember when like swine flu was at its height, and you would hear people literally say, "Catch it, bin it, kill it." Like, I feel like Ed does that, but she kills the sick people to protect the rest of the rich. No.
Yeah,
Esme-
Esme's going like full psycho mad one now, like.
Walking around with a
favorite part
flamethrower.
is
Purify.
Esme currently is just a woman in fabulous pants, boots, and a white shirt. She kind of just looks like a pirate.
Oh, she's not wearing her
which
armor, is she?
funny. I feel like her brother's vomit was enough for her to just kind of leave it behind for the moment.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
And she's like, "We'll come back for that later," and she will. Esme just turns to Coda. It's like, "Well, we saw my family. Why don't we go and see yours? I wonder if they're on drugs."
Like, I do have to check, I suppose.
Let's go. Also, there was pigeons around your house the last time, wasn't there? Let's go and see
There were
if we can
pigeons
find out about.
everywhere. We never
Darren,
found out what happened.
you know the way we have this like weird world about the place,
Yes.
and are there people watching us from above now?
And no, Esme, do you want to check or do you want to check but not check, if you know what I mean?
No, I'm gonna look.
Do you want to like gauge into the abyss as it gets? Okay, cool. Give me a perception check.
And then he had to find his character sheet.
Oh, did you double check if you subclassed or only classed the legend for Esme?
What?
I have absolutely no way. I have absolutely no way of finding that out.
That's
You know,
fair.
like that's the worst part.
Did you
of it.
roll
I
or take standard?
think I took stand.
What's this?
Like I don't remember how I built.
Yeah,
or-
Neil did a revelation earlier that not the revelation, but he remembered like Eladrins are subclasses, not an actual, or sub race, not an actual race. So you know, like if
Yeah,
you're
you
a
get,
wood
like,
elf,
an
you get like
extra,
plus 2
yeah.
dex plus whatever. It was like, oh crap, did I apply the original base improvement on top of the Eladrin? So that's well, just oh yeah. Before you continue, you want to double check that like your pro numbers.
Mm.
Yeah, Esme, you find you like there is no like literally like blunt as it is, there's no orchestra members on any rooftops looking at you. You can see the weird tribe things walking around, but like does anything straight up like are you up there? Or kind of like, gosh, look at that bird up there.
It's kind of like she's just scoping around. So she looks like along the ground around her too, but then she's like, very clearly looking up above at rooftops and kind of
Yes.
looking about the place.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No. Yeah, there. The only thing that you notice is the weird like tripod walking thing, like glancing around. But other than that, it doesn't seem to like pay you any attention.
That's over in this direction, and she kind of just like shifts her head. There seems to be some kind of strange creature. Does someone else want to have a look and see if they can figure out what it is?
These are tripod things.
Yeah, the 3-legged weird that they're walking around.
Do we want to be careful to not, like, draw attention to ourselves right now?
They might notice if someone's looking at them directly. No one else can see them. No one should see them.
So we don't.
That makes sense. I'm not gonna lie. You're making a lot of sense. Okay. Well, we're gonna file this under a problem concerning maybe, and we'll come to it later. Coda,
Yes.
let's go see your parents.
Oh, good. Yes. I feel like I should have a plan if they are on these pills.
Yeah.
Well, I had no issue. Yeah, you had no issue
Mm.
slapping my mother. I'll slap yours. It's fine.
Can I tackle your father?
Please, no,
I
don't.
think you should.
Oh God, switch. Me and Izzy will tackle your parents while you two go and like I don't know. You have brothers? Oh my God, what if Kit's home? You can go and find Kit locked in the cellar, and we'll tackle your parents.
I'm good at tackling people.
I know, but we need it for like the mirroring. Like we're all it's a mix, you know. We got to
I
do
don't think
something
any of
new.
you can
Got to keep
tackle
those
my
people.
father.
interested.
He's very large.
Then I'm going to kiss him instead. Whatever.
Don't
I can tackle your
challenge
father.
us. You
Coda,
know
how
what's
angry-
angry? Tell for
Just don't
you.
tackle my parents. How about the solution here is just no tackling?
Well, no, because you
What if
literally
they're
slapped my
adults?
mother
What
with
if
a
they try to
gun.
murder us?
Coda, hold on. I have an issue. Coda, why do you get to slap my mother with a gun? We don't get to
Well,
tackle
she
your
went for a
parents.
knife.
That's because she was buttering crumpets.
No, I think it was because Elizabeth tackled her husband.
We're walking into a fort. What if they have some like pot in their hand?
I was gonna say, like, what if they have a gun?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter because it's Coda's parents.
I can't wait for Garrett to like do the whole like shoots hole in the roof with a shotgun. It's like what we have here is a failure to communicate.
Someone's looking for some serious ass forking.
Okay, let's go see my parents.
Cool. Yeah, you walk down familiar roads. You glance at unfamiliar roads. It takes you slightly longer to get there, but
Oh,
you
that's
do.
so unsettling. Like, just thinking about walking home your like home street and being like, "Oh, that road wasn't there before." Like, that's. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Okay, well, yeah, the kind of like open square area that like houses the shop. There was a tower there when you were last there. You can see that it has been greatly damaged. There seems to have been an intense battle here at one point. The front of the shop looks a bit like around the edges as if it's like mid-repair kind of thing. Like, masons are still kind of putting the
yeah.
are still kind of like repairing the majority of like a kind of a nice finish. Like the wall works, it's just clearly like, they haven't put the final coats on everything, that sort of thing. But yeah, no, the shop is right. You can see like shadows moving around inside, indicating like, there's probably people working in there, kind of thing, that sort of thing. So yeah, for all intents and purposes, it looks open.
Okay, he could have used the door.
Let's go in.
All I'm saying, he could have used the door.
Okay, Izzy, you take her mother, I'll take her father. We're going.
Okay.
We're ready.
No tackling.
cracks her
No
knuckles.
tackling. One rule: no tackling.
Esme looks to Riz, but she's like, "Do you feel like this is an important moment for me to be a werewolf right now?"
This is the opposite of that.
Let's go in and crazy there, and then we'll decide.
If they're really crazy, go super werewolf. If not,
Good
let
call.
me do it.
I have two rules now. Right, no tackling and no werewolves.
I'll come in last, so you guys can let me know what's going on.
Okay.
Went through the vent system, John McClane style. Oh my god, you're in the shirt and everything. You just got to rip it like a tank top, and you are John McClane. Just throw your shoes in the bush. Like, talk to yourself constantly. Like, welcome to the pen. Be fun.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
I'm
into
assuming
that.
it opens.
Yeah,
Front door?
I'll go in first, I guess, to, mitigate the damage, I guess.
The absolute desire to be like, Coda opens the door to a was insanely real. Parents were. But yes, you go in, you see a familiar shop around the edges. The front desk looks like it's been stuck back together with some very nice tape and glue.
It's just glue, that's really shoddy.
A familiar human man is kind of like just hunched over looking at like what looks like, kind of like a receipt or a book kind of thing, just like haphazardly like circling things like, I'm tired. And when you kind of like, he hears the bell and goes on, he's like, looks up and he's like, oh, son, what brings you home? Come in.
Esme turns into a werewolf and runs in going, "Roar!"
Just like, whoa there. What is this? It's like,
That's
funny
Esme.
one, Esme.
She's done some new tricks.
I noticed.
I had to.
That's a fair thing, because I, his father, have often given you to believe that I would, son, come in, then proceed to murder him. That is certainly something I do in my spare time.
Read the room, Esme.
Essentially, from the ocean, you see Coda's mother appear, who I'm going to refer to as Lenny, because I always forget how to pronounce her fucking name. Lenny, yeah. So Lenny appears. She's like, oh my god, my son! Goggles sitting on her forehead.
Is this like a weird level of happy, or is this a normal level of like happy to see their child? Like, I'm trying to gauge if this is like freaky pill happiness, or if this is like okay.
You know what will tell you that?
Insight! I have a skill for that!
Yeah, maybe you'd like to roll a dice or two.
I did pretty good on the dice.
They're just kind of like, oh my god, a piece of normalness in this fucked up town. Hello.
Well, then I will proceed to hug them.
And they're just like, oh my god, it's so great to see you. Like, are you home for long? Where have you been? How come Esme is a wolf thing now? That's weird.
That's not the weirdest thing.
Were you always a wolf, Esme, or is this a new thing like puberty? Is this puberty for elves? Or Eladrin?
I wasn't always a wolf, but I was always a bitch.
They're both just like, no comment from us. Yes.
I'm gonna maul your parents.
No mauling. I'm adding a third rule: no mauling.
Why is the never? You know what?
It's
How about we all sit down? Let's have a nice sit. There was some remodeling done recently.
Yes, I can tell.
Against their will. Yes, a seeker, and it's like, yes, dears. Yes, one was forcibly entered our lovely shop through the wall and proceeded to go through this wall. It was not nice. They stole a sword, but they paid for it. They stole it, but paid for. I don't know. We're still kind of like unsure what kind of heading to file it under, but they left some money, so that helped with the repairs. It's been a while. It's been a day. Let's sit down.
Apart from that, how are you, Mr. and Mrs. Darrow?
Oh, kind of a bit nervous. The whole plague thing's kind of got us riled up. The tensions are high, and orders are kind of dwindling because the towers have been kind of quiet lately. Kind of unnervingly so. I don't know. Like we're getting by. You know, the lights will stay on, but it's okay. It's been better. It's the best way to put it.
Yeah, no, I think we can all say that.
What is Esme whispering?
About
He's
Kay.
Oh, okay. Is that her response anytime he's vague that there's a secret here and she's like, I like
Yes, I
It's
fucked
like,
him and he's very
we
good.
know. He's really good at kissing and holding my hand. What brings you
time I
back to
come
the
here-
city?
Well,
I'm glad you are all back here and like it's great to see you. But like, are you here for a brief time yet again, or are you kind of like what happening in your world?
probably brief enough, but not. Maybe be here for a week or two. I'm not sure. We have a lot on our plate. Every time I come home, this place seems worse. I mean, not the shop, the city. What's been
They both look at
happening?
each other, shrugging, kind of nodding. They're like, "Yeah, fair assessment."
When did the pills and the veil, all of that? When did that start?
Oh gosh, you're not on that stuff, are you?
No.
Are you?
He's leaning really far over the table. And so
He just appeared from under the table, like between their legs, like, "Hey, you had pills."
Pretty much.
They're like, "Oh no, heavens no, no, we were offered, but we passed. That's not our day."
So it's not mandatory.
No, but it's like it's not that it's not mandatory. It's very just heavily implied that it's voluntary, but also they just don't get out of your face. So like we have 6 persons coming here constantly. Kids try to like tell them to like back off, but they're really into people taking these pills. It's kind of like worrying, which just adds to the fact we don't want to take them because we're not that. It's not that we're unhappy. Like business is great and that's stressful, but other than that, we're great. And like Garrett taps Lenny's hand, and they kind of smile at each other. It's cute.
Oh,
But it's like it's just business isn't great. But it's really weird that they're so like you need to take these pills, which is kind of worrying. But
well,
that's,
I would say don't give in to pressure because it's not a good idea.
It's fair point. Fair point.
What are you trying to say about my parents, Laura?
This episode of Warp Rudge brought to you by the Anti-Drug Association.
We have a very special message tonight. Don't
Yes,
take
it's a
pills.
very special episode.
Stay in drugs, do school.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming like half an hour goes by where like the party kind of like regale their
catch
tales
up,
of adventure.
yeah.
Within reason, they don't be like, also by the way, did you know there's a city above you guys?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
within
I'm not
reason, it's
gonna
like-
make my parents' head
Yeah,
explode. No.
We went. No, that's fair. It's a case of like everyone chips in and is like, and then I jumped this, and then Izzy's
Yeah,
like,
like I'll tell them some stuff about like. Yeah, I'll say like, oh, we've been traveling. We went to the south. We had we went to a forest. We went camping. It's very like, it's not the truth, but it's
Well, it's the
trying not
truth,
to
but
worry
it's not
them.
the whole truth.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's good. It takes about like half an hour kind of thing. Like a bit of cat.
Tell his parents about her boyfriend. His boyfriend.
What?
Oh,
Esme,
yeah.
Esme mentions Alexander and Coda's new love affair.
They're kind of like, well, that's nice, as
a
long as he
vampire.
met you. Oh,
He's not a vampire.
okay.
He used to be a
Oh,
vampire.
he's
an ex-vampire. He's very nice. You should meet him.
I didn't know that was a thing. I legitimately did
undead.
not know.
He's not undead. He's just a normal man, and there's nothing weird about it.
He's a
Garrett's
vampire.
kind of
Find him
like-
naked in a forge.
They're both just like, please, we don't need that many pets.
Oh, and how they met was so sweet. He approached him in the dead of night and he just followed him back to his house without telling anyone. It was real cute.
Garrett's
Context. No.
I told you not to go to weird places with weird people, and you follow handsome boys into the forest. It's like something out of a kid's book about like someone who eats children. You know better.
They've also moved in together.
Lenny's like, and how long have you known this boy?
Like a fortnight.
We're engaged.
Is it Isadora bursts out laughing. Isadora just falls to pieces laughing.
They're just like,
long enough. Quite a while.
2 months?
Probably longer than 2.5 months, maybe.
We weren't even together for like a month of that because we were in a forest.
We spoke regularly.
Hey guys, this is my Skype boyfriend.
I could bring him over for dinner if you'd like.
That would be. Does he treat you right, son?
Yes. What? In what way? I mean, he's.
What way? I mean, in the way of being nice. What way did you? Like, it's like, whoa, and then he's just like, he meant, is he nice to you?
I wouldn't be engaged to him
happy?
if otherwise.
I mean, like,
I was going to say, do you
heard of
really?
Stockholm syndrome? It's a thing.
It's quite reasonable that you doubt my judgment. Yes, that's.
It's not. We're not doubting your judgment. It's more just a case of it's a lot. A werewolf is telling us that you moved in with a vampire boy, who you walked into a forest at nighttime after he spoke to you once. That seems very like thrall. Is that the right word? And like Garrett's like, oh yes, no, vampires.
He's not a vampire.
I read about that.
He's not a vampire.
I mean, we were told he's a vampire.
Your son also punched my mother in the face. So
I mean. Garrett's like, whoa, and then he's like, well, to be fair.
Hey, I appreciate the candor, but also, your child has no manners.
She was going for a knife, she was going to stab me.
Our workshop as a werewolf.
She was going to stab me. She was going to stab me. That is different.
Why was she going to stab you?
Because
Why
she was
she
on those bloody pills.
And then he's just like, motherfucker! And then Garrett's like, settle down.
She was on those pills.
The pills make you want to kill people?
Well, she went for a knife, so...
I tackled Esme's dad.
They're like, bravo, small man.
Isadora and I were busy trying to free my brother from the chokey and the kid in the basement. And then he proceeded to try and set the house on fire and then vomited on me. It was a good
These pills
visit.
are just not ideal.
Garrett like just sips his tea very like, oh boy, and then he's like, no, that makes sense. It all makes sense now. Yeah, the werewolf thing. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Also, I'm sleeping with the seeker that stole your sword. We had a strange...
Garrett just like spits the tea out all over Esme. He's like, well, congratulations.
We met him in a strange space forest, and he arrived with my adopted son, who is also a human.
He's currently using the sword, but if you really, I could speak to him. We're friends, and I could see about if I.
Esme laughs. It's like if you use that term loosely. No.
What's he been saying about me?
This is you guys have had a very interesting adventure, to say the least.
I have no idea.
Coda's also wanted for murder.
I grab her by the collar.
Wait,
like,
most of you have seen Stranger Things, yeah?
Yeah.
You know the thing Hopper does where he's like, when he's just kind of like, I ran out of excuses, I'm gonna have to punch someone now. Like, both of them simultaneously, they're like, this is getting a lot. Like, it's like, oh yeah, we can, like, the weird coming to the forest boy love affair. Interesting, very avant-garde, but okay. It's like running around with thieves that stole our things. Okay, but why are you killing people and coming back to the city? Your brother will have an aneurysm.
I didn't. It's not. It looks like me. It wasn't me.
Oh god, this isn't a weird vampire thing, is it?
No, I'm not a vampire. No one's a vampire. There's no vampires. There's vampires in no time.
Garrett's like, we never said you were one. What an interesting thing to declare. Like reaches.
I like go and walk into the sunlight and just like stand there like, not a vampire. I'm not a vampire.
Letty's sister Tina's like, I likely excuse.
I'm a goblin.
He's a daywalker.
Oh my god, he's a daywalker. He was bitten plot. So, son, dear, honey, so you're staying for a little while, not a long time, but a little. Why is that? What? Like, is it just visiting, or is there Is this part of your adventuring year out kind of
We're
thing?
going for tea with the queen.
Oh,
gap year.
Oh, literally.
It is.
I think it's everybody's gap year.
It's everyone's.
technically.
Yeah, let's be real. It's Esme's and Risbet. Well, Risbet doesn't really. Well, yeah. Yeah. I think they all count. They all
Coda
count.
looking at Risbet and be like, "Do you process time the same way we do? Are you weird?" They're like, "Oh, you're going to see. Oh, is that the dinner that's coming? That big event that'll be." So...
Yes.
Ooh. And like, I do not mean this in a negative way, but why or how did you manage that?
Well, there's talk of us being these sort of heroes of Shaylin and Borea, and there's a lot of people watching, and they want us to be present.
We helped with the recovery efforts in Ashaelin after that plague struck it, and we're being honored for our efforts.
That's much better
Oh.
than anything I could have said. Yes, that one.
Yeah. Man, you and words, I don't know.
I don't know how to words good. Speak well.
Mm.
They're like, wow, that's amazing, and like an audience of the Queen, that's fantastic.
Is it?
We don't really know a lot about her. Like, has she
For all we know.
has she made any sort of like public appearances or anything like that? Like, do you know sort of what she's like as a leader?
Oh yeah, no, she's talked a lot since you guys left. Yeah, she's fiery. She's nice. Like she seems to like she claims to have the city's best efforts in mind. And like with the plague, apparently it's like some weird like anti-establishment terror attack. That sort of thing, and like she vows to like help, and like she's trying to set up clinics where everyone can heal at a reasonable rate, and it's just all. And then I'm not sure if the veil thing was her. That just kind of popped up out of
When
nowhere.
did that happen? Around the same time as the pills?
No, actually, a little bit after it. It just kind of was up there, and like people were like, like kind of confused, but it's like officially sanctioned. Like it's not like illegal what they're doing or illegal where they are or anything.
Well,
like
it's
there's no
very out in the
issues.
open, yes.
Yeah, no, like it's as far as I know, it's like if someone opened a business, it's just in a particularly odd shaped building with, I guess, odd attire. Really, like there's, as far as I know, they haven't done anything sinister. I haven't tried it. I don't.
They look
What?
like addicts.
What
They
do they do?
From what I've been told, and like like each like both of them are kind of like not talking sometimes, but like Garrett will give a point and like Lenny will fill in that kind of. But it's a case of like. It seems to be like a holiday where you don't actually leave. It's like you can revisit old memories vividly, like that you're reliving them like then and there. Or if you wanted to, I don't know, be a pirate for a day and sail the seas, you can describe what kind of adventure you want and they'll like play it back, I guess, if that's the correct term. Kind of like let you live it for a price. And it seems to be just that. It's like a vacation where you don't really need to leave. It's like meant to be the most like realistic thing ever, to the point where it's just like, I don't know, some people I know like I've said it's rather addictive.
It seems it from
Like the sensation of like like the pirate one is like apparently really common. It's like their most chosen one or something, like a pirate for a day. Sail the Seven Seas, that sort of thing. And
so it's
like,
escapism.
It sounds like it's just up your alley, Coda. And you want to do it anyway, so why not?
I don't. I just want to know what's going on. It came out of nowhere.
Well, as far as I know, like some people have claimed it's addictive, but like anyone I know who has used it or done it, sorry, not use it. I wouldn't say used it. I'd say done it. Says it's very nice to the point where like you can like smell the sea air. It all seems legitimately real, and it's a nice treat. I haven't tried it, and like Lenny's like, yeah, no, I haven't tried it either. It's not my cup of tea. I'm content to work here, and they're like, yeah, no, this is our little like vacation in here together, that sort of thing. So like, yeah, no, it's not our cup of tea, but we've heard mixed things, like all new things, really. Some people say it's good, some it's bad. It's just, I don't know, if you're into it, just be safe. Like if you're going to try it, just take into account what you've heard.
If you're going to do it, we'd rather you do it in the house.
Yeah, that's
they're those cool parents.
Yeah.
Just between the pills and veil, it just seems like they're sedating people.
I mean, it is a stressful time. There's, the plague, you know, tensions between this rebellion, like just rebels in general. There's like crime is slowly, like, we don't really kind of notice it here because of where we are, thankfully. But like, you know, crime is kind of like creeping back up, like gangs, you know, thugs. Some of the poor districts apparently are awful to walk home at night, even with the towers and, like, you know, the city watch. It's just, you'll always hear people fighting or, like, you know, scrapping, that sort of thing. It's just, you know.
Oh my god, and clerics. Like clerics just being awful and charging people like bajillion gold to try and heal them and cure them of the disease. This place has really gone to the dogs.
Yes, no, it has 100%, and yeah, no, it's not ideal. Lenny turns to Coda and she's like, she's like, so have you spoke to Kit at all?
No, I haven't heard from him. We're only just in the city today.
Oh, okay, no, he seemed stressed. That work's been stressful, you know how it is, like working for the Hand and such, isn't.
I'm trying to remember last time. They don't know that he's like a lieutenant, though, right?
Yeah, they just know he works in the
Hand somewhere. Yeah, he told me.
Yeah,
not to
Also, no, he's on drugs.
Yeah, that too.
No,
like
none of us know he's on drugs.
But yeah, they know, like, it's a case of before he comes home, he chucks all his like fucking riot gear in the locker.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, he said that to me when we were talking last time, didn't he?
He's kept it on the down low. Yeah, it feels like fucking like.
I mean, that was the last time we were in Yuria. That was like when we killed the Seeker and stuff. Yeah, that was ages ago.
And he told us to fuck off.
Yeah, he told us to get the fuck out, and we did.
He essentially, like, you know, has kept position in the guild, out of view from his parents. But like, it's a case of like, they just assume he's like business or accounting or something.
Yeah,
like he tries to manage.
What I assumed too, and then nope. Cool. Okay.
You know, you should meet him. He's kind of calmed down a bit. I think he's got like a girlfriend now. It's doing him wonders.
He's stressed and he's calmed down. Which is it?
I mean, he's stressed from work, but like outside of work, he seems relatively like calmer than he used to be anyway. Like if you bring up work, he's stressed.
How can anyone be more calm with a city like this?
Well, maybe it is the girlfriend. Something beginning with C.
Those drugs seem to work. So maybe he's on drugs.
On those pills?
And then like Garrett's like, yeah, we haven't met her, but it's like, was it something?
Celeste?
Like, no, it's more like Celine. Maybe Celine. I'm not too sure, but I'm sure she'll probably be at the dinner with him, so you'll probably get to talk to him then, or them. Sorry.
Coda looks really uncomfortable and nervous, as usual. He's like, oh god, yeah, okay, cool. I suppose I should meet him, shouldn't I, for the dinner?
Well, dinner could be nice, yeah.
Out of character, I don't know what this Celine person is.
Okay, that's fine.
I have no idea. Like, I'm probably just forgetting someone, but like, I don't remember that name at all.
Alright.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's you. Okay, cool.
Imagine if it was Celeste, though. Gas.
When he said I was like, Celeste, are you serious? No. Maybe just tell him I'm in the city, and if he wants to meet, we can, but...
Coda, you should probably not make your parents do things for you. You're a grown-up.
Garrett's like, here, look, you guys have been at odds for a while. How about I just book a table in a nice restaurant and you go there tonight?
Tonight, yeah.
Tonight,
yeah. Really?
Son, you can't keep beating around this bush. You need to face your problems head on.
I tried that before. It doesn't really go well, usually.
Well, we faced off against that demon that made you like this, and that seemed to go pretty
Oh, God.
I was like, where's that other bombshell? Where's that?
Yeah, I was like, there's something I'm forgetting. I was like, yeah, there it is. Okay.
Oh, also, we were taking capture by drug dealers. That was fun.
Different drug. Don't worry about it. It's not here. I don't think it's here.
They're just like, oh, we get it. You've had a time, TM. That's fair.
I just it's more I just want to make sure that your son is being as honest with you as possible, because clearly, and she looks at him, she just kind of looks him up and down and is like, he's got a proclivity to lie to his parents, and then
I know. I just didn't want to worry them with all of our unrelated, unimportant adventures. That it's fine. Everything's fine. He's like
that what you said
covering
when you
up his
turned
neck
red?
very suspiciously because he's got that big scar they haven't seen. So he's just like wearing a big scarf or something.
That's fair. So yeah, Garrett's like, so tonight at 8 at Reginald's. You know the nice grill and restaurant place. It's very lovely.
But maybe
he
he'll be
always eats
busy. He might be. He's you know, he said he was stressed at work. He's probably busy.
I'm sure he'll make the time.
Mm-hmm.
You are brothers after all.
Yes.
See,
Look,
thank you, Mr. Saltfield. See,
If Risbit can reconcile with his brother whose hands he cut off, I'm sure you'll make do.
And he took my eye.
Yeah, exactly.
and then he's like, you know what? Let's just take some of the advice from the one I got and just shelf the other. You know what?
I won't cut off his hands. I'm not. I wasn't the plan.
That's
At least
yeah.
it wasn't harmless, you know?
So Garrett's just like fantastic and like finishes off his tea kind of thing.
Thank you so much, Father. This is wonderful.
It's like, welcome, my boy, welcome. And he gives him a big wide smile.
I know out of character he means well, but oh god, no. Don't do this.
Yeah.
It's like,
Don't
out of
do this
character,
to me.
yes, in character, you bastard.
Both in and out of character. I know you mean well, but fuck this.
Softly, with a lot of feeling.
Pretty much. Right. I have nice tea with my parents, and I don't know if Esme has anything else to tell them. Like,
I'm just thinking. I'm trying to make sure there's nothing
there's
else.
definitely something, but I'm like, do I say it or not?
What is there? You know,
The red right hand.
that's not
Who
that.
promised to hurt everyone I love. Probably
I mean,
worth mentioning.
There's a better one that we can throw out there, but I
What?
feel like no. See, I've been telling some people, but I feel like
What?
So Lenny, Gar.
Garrett's like, please, if it's you never refer to me as Gar again, but please continue.
Okay, Gary, whatever. I think for all of the jokes you make about Coda, you should probably be pretty proud of him. Like pretty proud. He's done great things. There's at least 3 cities that are going to potentially be blown up, and we're going to have to stop that from happening. And your son's going to be pretty much central to all of that. It pretty much rests entirely on him, except for like a little part of it, which is like for us as well. But also, yeah, you know, like Yuri is definitely going to get attacked. So you should probably you could hightail it out, like Borea, or to, oh my god, Dagdom, because that place is a shithole. But yeah, just, you know. And she just sips her tea. It's like, you know, just get out of town if you want to not die in a fiery inferno. And she just goes to the tea.
Lenny's just like is wiggling her hand like who is this bitch? Garrett's like, thank you for the doomsday prophecy. We'll take it into. You know.
I don't think there's any need to hightail it, as I put it right now. But things are getting worse and worse every time we get here. So it might be something to consider having a backup plan.
Watch out for. Just watch out for like Orion blowing up and then a Shaylin. But once you know Orion's blown up, then maybe just be like, let's pack an emergency bag. And then when you hear that a Shaylin's blown up, then just like leave. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Just maybe not quite so extreme, but just maybe it would be an idea to have a plan B if things get worse, because they might.
I mean, based on the things we've been told, they will.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to stop it, but it might be bad for a while.
It sounds intense, whatever it is, dear. I hope you're okay.
I really wish I could tell you everything, but I literally can't, so I'm sorry.
Your head might explode.
Yes.
Lenny finishes her tea and she's like, well, that's a lot to digest. But we'll make do with what we have, I suppose, and digest it as best we can.
I really wish my visits were less doomsday related. Usually it's all doom and gloom. Sorry about
Garrett
that.
has his arms like he's like looking up at the ceiling, thinking. He's like, dramatic, I'd say. But no, doomsday's pretty good.
Dramatic, yes, that's fine word for it. Someday we'll just have tea and it'll be normal and there won't be doomsday.
Yeah, no, I'd like that. That'd be
prophecies.
nice. The tea, yeah, no, that sounds nice.
But we'll
Sounds
have
cute.
dinner sometime. You can meet Alexander and he's not as bad as they say. I promise.
I trust you, dear.
Even after they said all those things about vampires and alright.
Well, I mean, it's a case of we trust you, and if Esme's ramblings are correct, then apparently we're all going to blow up anyway, so...
Very cavalier attitude.
You know me. And he clicked the spoon off the teacups. Like,
Well, I'm glad you're not on government-sanctioned pills, and business is alright, and the shop is not got a giant hole in it. All good news.
yeah, no, for all, it's, you know, some areas not the best, but overall it's pretty good.
Oh, this was nice.
It was nicer than I visited your parents, anyway.
Yes, when you full on punched my mother in the
I
face.
hit her with my gun. Nothing.
I mean, I'm not one to point fingers, but you punch a woman who was, you know, definitely not in her right mind. So honestly, I just think you're a monster. But I'll just drink my tea. I like to imagine that when her hand moves up, it's a wolf hand holding a teacup, but she's got a normal face. But whoever, like, you know, whatever you want.
I love that.
Not my game.
Right, just to avoid any more, like, Esme-related shenanigans, I will bid farewell to my parents and give them a hug and say sorry for all this.
Yeah, they give Coda a massive hug too, and, like, you know, there's kisses on the cheeks and hugs and all that jazz.
Cute!
Garrett reminds you 8 o'clock at
yeah.
Reddy's.
Cool, no, I'm not gonna forget, it's okay, like, out of character, it's cool, it's all good, it's all fine, it's totally fine, everything's fine, guys.
Cool.
He draws a note in his notebook to say, like, remind Coda of this.
He's just, like, holding up a big crayon picture, like, hey, remember this thing?
Hey,
Pretty
listen.
much it, yeah.
God, he's too good for this world, he's actually the nicest. Anyway, sorry, I'm over it, it's fine, I'm never over it.
Yeah, you guys, like, essentially, like, exit the building, the loading screen happens, you're out back in the square. What's your destination, friends?
Should we see if Kath is back, or is there something more pressing?
Esme just, like, whispers somewhat loudly, "Pigeons! Pigeons!"
Are there pigeons around?
I don't know, but I'm trying to see if we can call them.
Oh, you're trying to... Oh.
Perception check.
Pigeons! Pigeons.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Pigeons! Esme
The mighty pigeons avoid your gate.
I don't think they're here. Maybe they're gone.
I feel like that man died was probably a more serious situation that we probably should have handled differently.
Do you want to look into it again?
No.
Yeah, you know, he's dead now. The city's already in peril. I don't know.
Yes, but also we are able to see things now we weren't before. Maybe we might actually be able to uncover something this time.
Esme just looks at Coda as like, oh my god, I forgot about something.
What?
She says, wait, hold on. Let's go back to my house. And she just starts gipping away.
Your house? Are you sure?
It's fine, I need to get my armor. But also, you know, it's time to show off to these monsters. No, Esme just, like, turns, she's like, the only way to defeat the Yurian supremacy is a happy attitude. And it also freaks people out, and she just skips away.
Oh yeah, when your parents do it, it's awful. But when Esme do it, it's like, oh, look at it, they're being adorable. About halfway to the Nilo residence. The ground quakes. A minor explosion happens.
Esme throws herself on the ground as though it was a lot more serious.
That's fair. You do that. It is a free action.
Oh God!
You see like people like screaming and like, oh my God, something away from. You can see like a of smoke coming from a couple of streets over. Some people are running from it. Some people are running towards it and be like, what's all the fuss? You know, that kind of thing.
We'll run towards it.
Yeah, can we tell where it came from?
Yeah, I'll ping on the map. It's like roughly around like here. Kind of close to the Mechanist buildings.
Is that close to where the Flintons were?
Lintons were a bit higher. They were
Okay.
like over.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just checking if it was our old friend Tom. No, that's cool.
And Tom being a Philly boy.
Yeah, I'll
So yeah, you're running towards it. Okay, Coda, Izzy, Risbet, are you guys going towards the explosion?
Yeah, I'm running towards it.
You.
And before you guys like navigate again. Some streets, some streets you don't recognize. When you turn the corner to like where it should be, there is just like a mass of people. Like the crowd is fucking huge, and they're all like trying to look and see, and like it's like shoulder. It's like you can't quite see what's going on.
Like, are people saying anything or?
It's quite a thick crowd. The ones at the back are kind of like you guys, kind of like trying to look over and be like, "What's going on?"
I'm gonna offer if Risbet wants to like climb onto my shoulders to have a look. I don't know if he's into that, but
maybe we should just say we're secret police.
No, we should definitely not say that.
Okay, then let's just navigate this crowd. Darren, I'd like to like squeeze through the crowd.
And a strength check, please.
Darren.
Hey, yes, Ian?
Seen some small knife fit around people's legs.
Yeah, you'll essentially have a strength check to kind of like jimmy through, but with advantage because you can navigate the little like arches.
Sweet, I'll do that in a second.
Everyone thinks it's
the
yeah, go on, Izzy.
I'll just be back here.
Everyone thinks it's the strength. It's just Esme being like, "Get out of my way! I'm Esme now."
And the second they hear no, they're like, "Oh God, don't even look at her," and they turn away.
Everyone screams louder, and they scream about the explosion. They're like, "Oh God, no!"
You guys are like slowly going through this crowd, but you notice they're losing Coda. Do you proceed or what?
By the way, I'm trying to drag him through.
No, I'll like tell them to go on. Like I'm not gonna ask them to wait for me.
No, the city hates us. Get over here.
I'm gonna try drag him through anyway.
Yeah, cool. Just give me a strength check, Amy, please.
Can I give a hand?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, between the two of you are fine. You kind of like pull them through, and as you're kind of getting closer, it's like, I heard it's thugs. I heard it's like some gang. I heard it's rebels. It's like, oh God, the insanity of it all. When you think of the children, it's like, just weaving through like this thick crowd. Coda, you were last. So, Coda, you feel a tap on your shoulder, like a heavy tap. And like a voice like from behind is kind of like, sorry, do you know what's going on here?
I'll turn around to the person.
Cool, yeah. Before you is a blue-skinned, porcelain-faced seeker.
Oh boy. Oh, fun and cool.
Darren, do we see this, or are we too far away?
No, I'm gonna say Esme is probably just in front of Izzy and Risbet, but I'm gonna say Izzy and Risbet are kind of like conga lining, like come on, Coda, like pulling them so they're kind of connected. Like you would all definitely be within eyes shot. Also, the seeker's like 8 feet tall, so like he would kind of stand over a lot of people.
Are they like holding on to me, or are they just sort of asking me, would you know what's happening?
Like literally, you've been tapped on the shoulder. It's like, hey, buddy, do you know what's going on? He's kind of like bent down a little, kind of like gesturing, like, hey, do you know what's happening?
Esme looks like right at the eyes of the seeker.
It's like, madam, do you know what the issue is here?
I know a lot about issues. I've got lots of them. But no, we're going to go and see. Come with us.
They kind of like. I was like, oh yeah, the cheekbones, the nose. You wouldn't be a Nilo, would you?
Oh my God, yes! I can't believe I got spotted in Yuria. It's my hometown, Why? Do you know my dad?
It's like I know of him, but no, no, that's fair. And he's like, and he like gestures to Izzy, and he's like, you must be that Tanner lady, correct?
OMG, guys, we're actually
Oh.
famous. We're being spotted.
How do you know that?
He knows lots of things.
He's like, well, Miss Nilo is, pretty easy to spot. I've seen your face was turn around quite a few wanted posters, and you, and gestures to like Coda, and he's like, you've got the you wouldn't know
Is my internet cutting out?
No, darn it.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
guys, we
Darren?
just-
Okay.
The
my
Blue
thing turned
Seeker
red.
got Darren.
Yeah. Yes, Laura, he turns to you and asks, like, oh, it's the eyes. You wouldn't know a Darrow in the Force, would you?
No, never heard them.
No, never. Interesting. Can I have a deception check, please, Laura?
Fuck yeah, sure. I'm
Go
gonna
for it,
Oh.
buddy. Yeah, no, that's right.
My God. Is this what they want?
It's not the worst.
Cool. Yeah, no, 16. That is indeed a 16. You indeed said those lines. Moving on. And you must be the fabled goblin, Mr. Saltfuel, isn't it?
What's a fable?
I fucking love you, Risbeth.
It's a little tale with a meaning, isn't it? Is that what a fable is? Or is it kind of like folklore? I don't know, actually.
Yeah, it's like.
Is that like a gym
Yeah.
at my height?
No. What's a
Oh.
jib?
Yeah, then I'm Mr. Saltfuel.
What's a jib?
Kind of like
Risbeth like sticks out his hand with only 3 fingers, and he's like, just shake his hand.
yeah. He returns the favor. He like shakes. No, returns the
Risbeth
favor.
goes, oh, you have all your fingers.
It's like, yes, it's helpful. Should I not?
It's not as badass as me.
I mean, you certainly look intimidating. I will give you that. And he's like, where are my manners? My name is K10. And extends a
Oh my god, you're like a dog, but one better.
Ken, it is a pleasure to meet you.
And he's like, and you, Mr. Saltfuel. He kind of
You
like,
can call me by my first name, Risbeth.
that's okay, Liz, but I'll call you that.
Can't believe Celeste is so extra that she's dating K10.
Oh, this is Celeste
Like-
This
Weir.
is it. Yeah, this
I'm
is it.
gonna like, you know that iconic scene of Batman getting his back broken over someone's knee. Esme's gonna do that to Celeste. the only way. Gonna have to take her out for this one. It's like, okay, well, we're going to investigate. Esme just starts pulling away. It's like, I don't want to be here anymore.
He's like, Esme, please hold your horses, as they say.
We're told we're not allowed to have horses in the city anymore.
He like kind of like scoots past some of you, kind of like with ease, odd ease almost. He kind of like just fluidly like just moves, and he's kind of like in front of you guys, like, you know, again facing where like, whatever the commotion's coming from. And you know the viewfinder thing people do, you know, where they connect their you know, they make the L shape with both hands and connect it so it's like a rectangle. You know, you
Yeah,
all see
yeah.
like directors and
Yeah.
photographers doing it, that sort of thing. And he's like doing it towards a crowd, and he's like, "Have you ever been to Boria?"
Oh my god, yes, it is the best.
We passed through.
Sorry, one sec. Oh, sorry, I was saying that to people. Yes, it's like there's a painting in the galleries there that I love. It's by a young darkling, I believe. Kazuna was her name. Very nice person. But it's of a young woman sitting in a field, you know, looking out at her friends, but you can only see the back. So sinister about seeing just the back of their heads, you know, they're seeing the action and all you can see the back of it's like something's coming from behind, and they don't know it's coming till it's too late. And he's like looking at all the people through this viewfinder as he's doing this, and he's like, makes you often wonder if, like, you know, you're in a painting, you know, you gotta look behind you to make sure there's no one there. And he kind of looks over his shoulder as he speaks. Are you all a patron of the arts?
I mean, yeah, I've got this painting in my bag. It's amazing. There's like a little blue people in it.
And he's like, oh wow, is it from Boria?
I don't remember where I got it. It's pretty.
You got it in Dead Man's Haven.
I don't remember where I got it.
He's like, I'm sure it is. Painting's a beautiful art. Well, this has been a pleasure, but I should probably go and see what the issue is, shouldn't I?
Oh my god, so should we. So let's go. And she's just like sticking nearby.
Yeah, like as he walks through the crowd, like the crowd almost parts for him, kind of thing. Like he's just, and you can see kind of like carts have been overturned and like crates have fallen out of like the cart and stuff, and you can see like Hand of Yuria's like kind of like thought police guys, with crossbows crouched down and like swords drawn, and they're like, come out and we'll be, you'll be arrested. It's, we don't have, there'll be no bloodshed. And they're kind of yelling at all these, like you can kind of see like poking out from a building straight ahead. That seems to like in before it is like one of the other carts seems to be on fire, as if someone like maybe through like say like alchemist fire, like essentially like a Molotov cocktail, that sort of thing, at it. And there's kind of a reaction, like you can see people in the windows, and they're like, we're all coming out, and you see like a stray bolt from a crossbow fire out, and everyone takes cover, and like the people are like, oh, and you see K10, and he's like announcing to the crowd, he's like, please, everyone get back, no need for violence, this is, please, you'll only get hurt. And he gestures, like he like turns back to like essentially see you, which I'm assuming are like following soon. And he's like, please, everyone stay back. I would hate for anyone to get hurt.
I take a step back.
Esme wants to see the people inside, so she's not inclined to step back yet.
That's fair. Coda, Risbet?
No, I'm not stepping back.
Risbet stays where he is.
Yeah, no, that's cool, dudes. Essentially, K10, I was gonna say K9. K10, who walks out from the crowd, both hands kind of slightly raised, like open fingers outstretched, and he's like, friends, please, there's no need for violence. And like he's just kind of like walking really slowly, really calm voice, really like like his voice isn't going up and down. It's like all like, just listen guys, we need to relax. He walks past like the little mini barricades that the Hand have kind of like set up, and are kind of like some of them are yelling at the crowd. It's like, will you fucking go back, kind of thing. And the Seeker's still walking forward. He's like, they're just like, everyone relax, we're going to talk this out. He's about maybe like 10 feet ahead of like where the Hand of Yuria like barricade checkpoint thing is, and one of the assailants in the window like lets loose a crossbow, and it goes straight for him, like straight dead on, like to the head. Oh.
Can we see like who these people are?
I'm gonna say perception check as that happens, please.
Yeah.
Because like even with it's the case of like passive won't snap, but you kind of have to actively like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Riz was not even going to try. K10.
That's rare, buddy. Coda, you just can see a figure. Izzy, you can kind of see like a cloaked figure, like they kind of like pop out, shoot, and pop back in. You can see them like they like frantically trying to reload the crossbow. And Esme, you can see that they're kind of like all wrapped up in like kind of leather armor. They've kind of got like the cloth pulled over their faces, hoods up, kind of thing. They almost look like like highwaymen, robbers that you'd meet outside. Are like, give us all your money. That like really that kind of like leather armor shoddy put together. They definitely don't look like a military force or anything organized. They kind of all look a bit shoddy, ragtag sort of thing. And as this bolt fires towards K10, like his hands haven't moved. He's like still walking slowly, and curves around him, and goes like flying into like one of the Hand of Yuria's heads, as it like it ricochets around him, kind of thing. And like your man just like like before he can say anything, just like dead, hits the ground, kind of thing. And he's just like, oh, there's no need for this. As he like slowly walks towards this building.
Well, there's nothing we can do. Esme steps back beside Isadora.
How did he know us? What did he say about wanted posters?
Dave said that that this person was around and was a danger.
Right.
I believe they are a mix of the arcane and the mechanists together. So
The new generation.
So I accidentally closed Roll20. Apologies. I'll be back.
I thought you were on a Discord. I was like, oh god, no. But she said,
There's
like,
nothing
yeah,
we can do.
at the time, she like turns on the ring and she's just like, I thought it was something to do with monkey. In fact, I'm still fairly convinced that the person or whatever was before the Seeker is now might have been like monkey.
Okay. Great. Wonderful.
Hilarious. Yeah, I would really like to help those people inside because I
Is
think
there
they're
any
all
way
going
we
to
could
die.
go around the back and maybe try and get some of them out?
No, I feel like we shouldn't. I don't think there's any such thing as a necessary death, but they need to be smart enough to just throw their weapons down on this one.
I
If
don't think
they
they'll live
don't,
either way. That thing's not gonna spare them.
we don't know that.
Why would they be stupid enough to do something like this?
Maybe they thought they'd get away with it. Maybe they thought they stood a chance. Darren,
Yes,
what building are they in?
it looks like kind of a really nice shop, like maybe a jeweler's. The explosion from the car seems to have like knocked the sign through the window, perhaps kind of like glass front. But like it looks like the upstairs of like like apartments that are top of buildings or on top of buildings but above shops. Sorry, they seem to have like fortified the whole building sort of thing.
Maybe they're just trying to show these people that they're ignoring the real problems. Maybe they intend to die.
We'll have to at least let Darren. How far away is the building from where we are?
About 20 feet. Actually, no, sorry, no, because between K10s and I'm gonna say 30. Like where you guys are standing now, if you didn't step back, it's 30. If you step back, it's 35.
That's fine. Esme, she just says we'll keep a watch. We're not going anywhere until they're outside of the building at the very least.
Okay, cool.
Or she says I'm going to do that. For now, anyway.
Cool, yeah. Anything else anyone? Or is it a case of like see what K10 does? That's.
I mean, I know it's not gonna be good, but I feel like there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
Just watching.
All right, cool. Yeah. He's like again continues on like slow walk towards the slow creep towards the building. Again, arms like up slightly, palms open, fingers outstretched, that sort of thing. Still like asking these people to come down, throw down arms, etc. More bolt flies through, and like it's just a case of like it bends around him, kind of like maybe a couple of feet away from him, kind of just like kind of curves around and just like sticks into the wall. And you see like there's a flash of blue energy like radiates from his body kind of thing, and you see like the stonework, like the bricks, like in between the cracks all start to like from the base it slowly starts to climb up, and you see like and you just see like the whole front of the building just comes out and like it's floating, like really like just kind of like if just like remove the cement in between everything and just pull the bricks out bit by bit. And he's like, now I won't ask again. Come down and we can resolve this peacefully. The individuals do not seem like they are up for it.
Esme shouts as loud as she can. Don't throw away your life for a lost battle.
Persuasion check, Esme. Some of them kind of like, maybe she has a point, boss, and like there's kind of like a hulking, like you can see elf ears popping out of the hood, or like sorry, this person doesn't have a hood up, but got like kind of like scarf around their mouth, kind of like highwaymen, like give me your money. You can blatantly see like swept back black hair and like a kind of like an elf ear sticking up, and he's like, no, never give in. fuck you, abomination, and he like charges K10 with a like kind of like drops a crossbow, and he's like, let's see you bend this bolt, and like pulls out like a longsword, and like he swings to the right, and like you guys see essentially like like K10 moves, obviously he gets out of the way, sidesteps, but he sidesteps, but like a phantom version of himself kind of like puts both hands up to stop the blade coming down. Like it's a case of it happens simultaneously. It's like the phantom version of him like stops it while he sidesteps, and you see him like grab the back of this person's head, and he's like, just calm down. And you see like there's a flash of energy, and the person's like starts screaming, like blood curdling, like is clearly in immense pain, and it lasts about maybe 2 or 3 seconds, and all of a sudden then like you just see the hand go limp, and he just kind of like is standing there. And he's kind of like looks really dazed, and like you see like K10 pulls his hand away, and like the center and like almost like looks like a circle. Maybe you can't quite because it's quite far away, but there's clearly like a really light blue glowing mark on the center of his palm. And he's like, "See, now please get your men to come down." And like this elf is like, "You heard them, boys. Come down. It's over." That sort of thing, and like they're like, "What?" And he's like, "Just do it." Kind of like really groggy, like kind of like you can almost see like drool coming out of his mouth. And they're like, oh, some of them are like, this is bullshit. And he's just like, just do it. And like you see the hand are kind of like, get him, and like the rush in kind of thing, and you see them like kind of like pushing them out of the way, kind of like slapping their whatchamacallit, like crossbows and blades out, and like shoving them onto the ground, and like clearly putting like manacles on them and stuff, and like, ripping them off. They're clearly arresting. They're not murdering them because like again the front of the walls are missing. You can guys see it as plain as day, but they're like equally not being like very nice about it. They're kind of like slamming them into walls, kind of thing, like punching anyone who kind of is like don't so rough, kind of like slap in the face sort of thing. And they slowly start bringing them out.
Esme shouts that at them.
Yeah, like as she's pointing out like the brutality kind of thing.
Yeah, no, she just full on takes the shot. It's like they're not resisting. Leave them alone.
Yeah, essentially, one of the guards who were on the city side kind of thing. Hey, Missy, get back, or you'll be arrested too.
She just looks at him. She doesn't move backwards. She just stops talking.
What's Esme's passive again?
Passive, which
perception.
It would be 13, I think.
Nah, she doesn't catch it.
Yep.
That's cool. Coda, you'd actually spot it.
Yeah, 17.
When essentially when like he's like, hey, yeah, you get back, you can see K10 off to the side is just like wiggling his finger towards Esme, like a no kind of thing, like just really slowly, not like it's like hard to miss because he's doing so slow, like the movement doesn't catch your eye, that kind of thing. But like you just kind of see it, and you're like, hey, wait, and he's just like, but like as he's dragging like the hand, are kind of like leading these people away. You see he does that like viewfinder thing again, as they're being led off, and he's like, and like he kind of turns to address the crowd, and he's like, crisis averted, like no one got hurt. And you hear one of them be like, what the fuck about him? And he's just like, oh well, he knew the risks. And like he just like continues walking towards the crowd and like steps over the dead hand soldier, and completely like like puts a boot in the blood kind of thing and keeps walking. Doesn't give a fuck. And he's like, disperse, please. This is a crime scene, and what you're doing is disrupting it. So please, everyone, return to your homes, return to your business. All is well. We're here for your protection.
And to try and encourage the others to move over.
Yeah, cool. What does Izzy say? And give me a percent check. Do you mean?
Not the crowd. Just
apologize. Oh, deadly. Cool. Sorry, Amy. I touched with the crowd.
No, not the crowd. I just like tug at the other side and say we need to go. We need to go now.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys essentially like disperse with the crowd sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, as you guys kind of like are like maybe about like 20 feet away from this entire, you just hear like K10 back, and it's like, au revoir, Miss Nilo, Miss Tanner, Mr. Darrow, and Mr. Solitude.
Hey, bye.
Bye.
Shit.
What's up?
What's up? One of the most dangerous fucking things in the city knows us by name. We're on its radar now. I mean, we probably fucking were already, but Jesus!
They
Not
knew
Jesus.
us
Jesus
before.
doesn't exist.
Yeah. They knew us after
Something.
The hand knows that they all know. They knew our names after Shaylin.
I hope they're not listening or anything. I'd hate for them to know that we killed a secret before. Well, let's go home. Or the closest thing to it, my house. Esme just like, her eyes open in shock, is like, oh god, we left my parents tied up, and she just running.
No, we didn't.
Wait, what?
I laid them on the bed and untied them. Remember, we were gonna say they just woke up from a bad trip, so I untied them and put them on the bed.
Esme turns back and is like, you let them free? And she runs faster.
They're even worse!
No. This is like, wait, is there anything else we need to do? Like, is there anything else on the streets we want to do while we're here?
If you're not in a hurry to go back to your parent, like, oh god, it sounds so stupid now. After what we've just seen, this sounds so stupid, but you want to get our clothes.
No,
Go to that
let's do that.
tailor.
That sounds fun. We know where to go for that. It's near the Flintons. Let's go. Let's go. Get clothes.
That's the tailor the Baron knows.
Yeah, let's go. That.
God. So stupid to worry about clothes.
I mean, I don't think so. She like slings her arm over his shoulders. It's like, at least if we go to the dinner and we're publicly executed, we'll look pretty. And she just kind of keeps going.
Yeah, okay. I want to look nice if I'm gonna die.
I mean, agreed. I want to make sure we look the best we absolutely can.
That's fair. That's fair. I have my notes here that the dude's called Bruce. What name did you say, Amy?
Bruce.
Bruce,
Okay,
yeah.
I misheard you completely. I was like, did you say like Bort? It's like, what?
I'm sorry, my tailor is also named Bort.
Yeah, that's what I was like, huh? Yeah, essentially. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nate. You were speaking.
Okay, so it's like, so Esme, if you want us to like die at our bed, should I not really go to this dinner covered in like dirt and blood?
No, you're going to have a bath, mister.
What? Why?
Because you're covered in dirt and stuff.
Because we have to mingle with high society.
I'm always
I'm blood.
covered in dirt and stuff.
I don't think you should. I don't think you have to mingle with high society, but I do think that people will unfairly judge you if you're not clean. So let's. I think we should clean you up a bit.
Did you judge me badly when you first met me?
Yes, but that was based on your height, not on your smell.
Oh my god.
Wow!
But then
There's
she
been-
like smiles at him. And she's like,
We're gonna say, I'm going back to your house. And just,
"Are you gonna go beat up my dad?"
yeah. He's just like, not having a bath.
Kicks a stone. It's like, you can't tell me what to do.
You should just definitely have a bath.
Most
You
of the
ain't
people
my
just-
mama. My mama dead.
You can't use that as an excuse for not taking a bath.
Most of the people at this dinner are going to be like the Nilos or like the Hand, so
Hey,
take from that what you
don't
will.
lump us in together. That's not
They're
fair.
two kinds of people. I didn't say they were the same. I'm just saying they're going to be either
Also,
You
very,
hear-
very
you hear-
rarely tried to kill us for drugs. Man.
I know, but still.
I ain't having no bath.
Fine, be a stinky boy.
Esme, it's fine. I have whole person.
Risbeth just started to be happy that he doesn't have to bath anymore.
It's, like, Amy, are you out of character suggesting we're gonna like forcibly bathe him?
Yes.
You can't just make him
Oh my
bath. No,
God.
that seems like it's unfair.
That sounds like borderline drowning. It's like forcing, like whole person, like put him underwater. It's like, I'm doing this because I love you.
Jesus.
I mean, whole person then just dump a bucket over him.
No, we're not gonna waterbed the man.
Well, that's no fun at all.
Let's go buy some clothes like normal people.
You turn the corner to the rich side. Well, the richer than rich side, the snazzy side. You see what you would know to be a Generation 7 Seeker. The ones that you saw in Dagdom. With a patrol of patrol. Just kind of like looking around, like minding their own business, but they're clearly there on the street corner kind of thing. The Howards are doing their thing. People are buzzing, going about their thing. Kind of like, did you hear about that explosion? Like, I heard it was bandits. I heard it was rebels. I heard it was extremists. Like, shit.
I love how all of the gunmongers in this city have an accent.
Yeah. Everyone in the rich district
Mama
is just
told
from
me it
Texas.
was those anti-mechanist folk.
I like to imagine the accents get posher and posher the more you get into the poor district. Like they're all really highbrow.
I love Esme. It's like on flattering, just like, oh god, a seeker takes off top.
Better show a boob.
Esme's just
Oh my god, Ian.
Riz literally a teacup pig that we've adopted.
Totally.
Oh my god.
Risbeth has to change his
Esme-
like spirit animal to a teacup pig now.
I can't remember the name I gave the suit shop, so at the minute it's just going to be called Bruce's Suits. Bruce's Fancy Clothing, sorry, because suits is, yeah. Anyway, Bruce's Fancy Clothing. Inside is a, like, 50s guy, but it's actually a gnome. And he's like, what can I do you for?
We need clothes. The best clothes you can give us.
I mean, that is the purpose of my establishment.
I'm sorry, as a character, just super question, but did the Baron tell us to like give his name, like name drop?
Yeah,
him, or
yeah, name
okay,
drop.
well then I will. I just couldn't remember that out of character.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Sorry.
Baron,
Yes.
Baron Wiggle Piglet or whatever.
The Baron's people, oh my. And it's like, oh, none of this filth for you. And it's like high class, like top of the line suits. Like you could probably sell one of, or like fancy clothes, not suits, like fancy clothes that you could sell and probably live well for several years. And he like opens a back door and there's even nicer clothes.
Oh my
So
god.
essentially, guys,
This is how we
it turns-
die.
oh yeah, he is 100% like, wear the dress and then I'll kill
Darren,
you.
before
And
anything
kill-
else happens, is this the scene from Toy Story 3 where Ken is like parading around his wardrobe, showing his clothes off to Barbie?
I mean, sure, it can be that. I was literally picturing the scene from, oh crap, what's the name now? Kingsman, but that's just me.
No, it's clearly the Ken scene from fucking Toy Story, Darren, where he's on the
Listen,
catwalk and yeah.
Listen, whatever it is, we definitely need a trying clothes on montage, and someone comes in and someone goes out and everyone shakes their head. till we get
Hell
it.
Yes.
fucking yes! This is why I play D&D. Fuck yeah! Sorry,
to go
I'm
clothes
excited.
shopping. You play
Yeah.
a game called Dungeon Dragon.
I have
Go-
weird priorities. This is very fun to me. Shut up.
Laura, having weird. No, don't be. Don't be. No, okay. So what essentially entails is the montage of coming out and like two people like got the magazines like yes, no, but essentially, guys, you have free reign on your designs for what you look like for the dinner.
Yeah.
So lay it on me
Why the fuck did you say this?
because I like to make you suffer.
And we kind of already knew that.
Yeah, but I hadn't thought about it yet.
It's almost like it's fun to put you on the spot as players because it encourages creative thinking. But do continue, please, someone.
Okay, so Risbit. He would
That
like
is your
an
character's
eye
name?
patch. He would like an eye patch,
That's
like a really dapper eye patch. You know what? Monocle over the
Ooh.
gone eye, and then he like a pair of gloves, like nice, sort of like leather, silky type of gloves. And then like Jolo's like a little like penguin suit tuxedo type thing.
Yeah.
Aw.
That is totally what he's gonna wear.
Hold on, I literally have a picture of Risbit here. One sec.
But he doesn't want it to be white and black. He wants it to be like grey and green.
Ooh.
It's
Very
cameo. It's cameo.
Oh, and yeah, that's totally what he looks like.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. What else? You any other flair, or are you content with that? A nice little suit for little Risbit.
A walking stick.
Oh, nice.
I really want a walking stick.
He definitely gets a walking stick and breaks it in half and just like files down the rough edge and is like, here you go. Like it's a case of what you guys design now is like the order you put in and it'll be ready. It's like you guys don't leave with the clothes that's right.
If I think of any more, I'll let you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. If people want to like, even on the day in quotations change it, it's fucking fine.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm having a heart attack. Why would you say? I've been like frantically trying
Except
to come up
Laura,
with
she has
Shut
to
up,
commit to it
Darren!
right now.
Laura, you have to commit.
Laura,
Right
you
now,
have to
no one
commit to it.
else.
I know
Never.
you have 20 seconds to describe it. Go.
Oh, me now? Oh god.
One,
I haven't
two,
specifically come up with anything, but like basically a very like very picture like steampunk groom kind of look where it's like that real fancy Victorian like tailcoat and nice waistcoat doublet and like probably a pocket square because we're being fancy and like nice pants and a few nice belts, but like very steampunk. Lots of like just unnecessary flair, and I will do a full head-to-toe design of that before the dinner, because I fucking will.
Yeah.
I will draw off head to body, like head to toe, full design, but my work in progress thing is very, like, formal Victorian steampunk, like, tailcoat thing.
That's fair. I'm going to hit pause 1 second. We're going to jump back to Ian when you finish, but it's also a masquerade dinner ball thing, so you need a mask.
And I assume, like, our wicker masks won't do.
Yes, no, they won't do it.
Okay.
They're too southern for this high class event. But sorry, no, continue, Laura, and then we'll jump back to Ian.
No, go back to Ian.
Okay, Ian, there you go, bud.
So I have to pick my mask?
Well, like any little thing you think Rizbit might wear to a mask, but like it can be as over the top as crazy. Like think of the masks the masquerade dinner have in like Dishonored, where like some dude is like a literal whale like model as his head, like that sort of thing. Like be as OTT as you like.
I want a bear head.
Damn.
I like it.
Yeah.
I just want to say in advance to everyone, thanks for all your stupidly like intricate designs that I'm gonna have to draw.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Stupidly intricate.
I don't think it's stupid at all. I actually good.
No, I think it's great, but I can't draw bears, so like fuck this.
Well, it's barely necessary for you to do this. Sorry, I had to get it out there.
That's okay.
Also, no one's like grabbing your hand and forcing it onto the page. I'm just saying.
I love all these.
Read her, Amy. Read her.
All I do is read you people. I'm not a machine. I mean, I am a machine, but shush.
Wow.
This conversation is going places I never thought it would. This, kids, is why we play D&D, because you get shit like this. But sorry, okay, a nice masquerade bear mask, complete with like fur and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's a Chewbacca mask.
Totally.
Wow.
Oh, I love a bear mask. Cool, awesome. Sorry, so I'm just gonna spin the dial. Oh look, it's on Esme. Go.
Sorry, 1 sec. Something important's happening.
It's 100% definitely not important. It's just you looking up a picture, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. I fucking knew it. Okay, sorry. Isadora then.
Not 100%.
Get pants. Get pants, Isadora.
No.
Come on,
No pants.
pantsuits.
You put on a pantsuit. I want a dress.
No, Celeste is going to be wearing a pantsuit, and I can't wear a pantsuit.
What if you guys show up in matching pantsuits and someone has to go home and change?
Can I wear a dress?
Yeah, go for it, buddy.
It's the little girl's dress. It's
Yeah,
remade.
he still has it.
That is very important. That is what I look like.
Oh my
That's-
God,
that's
actually, like you drain my life force.
That's
Like, it
Ian's
just gets-
bear masquerade mask.
That's Amy. You were painting us a picture.
I
Please
was.
continue.
Floor length dress. I'm thinking like a burgundy, a dark red.
Ooh.
I'm not 100% sure on style yet, so I'll probably like knock up like a
Yeah,
design
that's
and get
of
back onto
course.
it. And as for a mask, I'm either thinking something similar to the butterfly, or like something like feathery, but not like actual feathers, like the motif of feathers.
Oh,
Or
okay.
I have like a couple of ideas I'll play with.
Of course, yeah. Again, it's just more a case of like
But I
getting
will
the
get
building sort of.
Yeah. But
for
that's
sure.
the building blocks of it. And I will
Cool. Sounds
finalize
sounds
that.
AF. Esme.
Hey, so if you look at option 2, you will see a man dressed as a woman covered in silver sparkles. Glitter is incredibly difficult to wash off. However, if Esme just pulls on a little bit, I'm actually fairly certain that's what her skin would look like.
Oh.
She's going to have to get her hair done. The silver piece that's in Bianca Del Rio's hair is getting done blue instead.
Nice.
The rest of it, like, it's not that over the top in terms of the parts at the back. The parts at the back are quite cool, but it's more it's that kind of, it's, if you kind of see the way, if you see the way the dress is cut, it's that over her shoulders, probably some kind of shawl, the really drapey arms, because I love the drapey arms, and it's a mix of like silver and blue sparkles. And then her mask is going to be a bird mask, and I'm looking at a bird mask now. Hold on. That one's very.
I want to get this just right, you know?
Yeah,
Right?
actually,
What? Hold on.
Oh,
Oh my god, yes.
nice! Fucking neck ruff, I love it.
I love
That is amazing.
I don't know why when you put armor on a dude in the fucking game, they have a base coat that blocks up most of the detail.
amazing.
It's so infuriating. The female version of that armor it's my favorite armor from any game. It's so fucking cool. Like, oh god, it's just, I love everything about the night set. It's so gorgeous. And also neck ruffly thingies. I don't know what they're called. I always refer to them as neck ruffly thingies, but they're my favorite thing to draw. They're so OTT. I love it. As for a mask, I have no clue. I haven't even thought of the mask.
But yeah, I think that's Esme's pretty much done. It's just a standard bird masquerade mask. It's
Ooh, I
not
like it a lot.
giant nose, but it's definitely beefy.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
And
Does Masquerade like have a theme that we have to adhere to, or like people are choosing animal masks? Does it have to be an animal mask?
No, it doesn't. It's just like encouraged to be a mask, but
Okay. I'll think of something.
But yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. All right, awesome. Yeah. Oh wow, that's cool.
But with like more, I'll figure it out. I literally just like on the fly on Pinterest.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, I like it a lot. Yeah, you guys spend a good 2 hours working with Bruce, and this order's been put in, kind of thing, and yeah, he's like, yeah, no, this is new goggles. Ooh, click. But yeah, he's essentially like, oh, I like those goggles a lot. Yeah, it's all good. Like, okay, they'll be made up in time. Don't worry. That sort of thing. Like, it's all a case of and again, yeah, there's absolutely no fucking issue if you're actually, I want to completely change it. It's like, that's fine. Why would there be a penalty for you being oh, I thought of some cool? It's like, oh gosh, no, you can't do that. Bold. So yeah, it's a case of just getting the ball rolling. So the order's been put in, that kind of thing. So have fun.
How much do we owe him?
It's a case of it's the last favor the Baron has, kind of thing.
Ah.
So it's kind of, this is it, boys. We gotta start fucking killing people in the name of the resistance. We gotta work up favors, sort of thing. But yeah, the last favor has been expended on getting you into not getting you into dinner because you're getting in, but getting you nice clothes, just kind of getting it all sorted so you certainly can get in the best, not best stance, but you get in with nice clothes. Obviously, you're there for great reasons. So it's a case you guys go in, people won't be ew, them, or ew, that sort of thing. So you'll be fine.
Right.
I still maintain you should get that spine sword thing down the back of your dress.
You mean put a sword in my dress?
No, remember that, like, the dress that had I linked ages ago, had, like, the back of it, like, with the clasp together was, like, a spine-shaped thing, and I went down the spine, and I was like, that would be a bitchin' weapon. I'll relink it to you if I can find it.
Cool. All right. I'm gonna say, because it's half now on the dot, so I'm gonna say you guys, like, shake hands with Bruce, part on good terms. You guys you're back, like, you guys are back outside. The Seeker and the Thought Police have kind of, like, gone back on their patrol. They're not, like, directly in. We're gonna break now. Ian, you're popping off. Yes.
Yes.
Cool. For unless something unless it's like people go to bed, it's a case of Rizba just goes into NPC mode where he'll just be there. That kind of thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
So don't worry. But yeah, I'll send you like what you missed when you were away, that kind of thing. You know, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Perfect.
Cool.
See
I'm
you
gonna get
guys.
some water.
Yeah, night.
Night, Ian.
Sleep well.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Night, guys.
See ya.
Yeah, I'll be back in 5 minutes because
Cool,
I'm
I'll
just
just
going
put
to
up the rest image, and I'll be back in a while.
Rock and roll. Okay, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Everyone ready to rock?
Yep.
I think so, yeah. Let me just put the music back on.
So you guys find yourself outside Bruce's fancy clothes shop. Who go, stab, when?
I love how that's just getting more and more disjointed every time you say it. Like,
Yeah, because I just keep forgetting them. Fuck it, I don't know. Really, I just don't know. Where are we
who
going?
are we?
now?
Where are we? Where are we going? What's happening? What is the plan actually for the day?
Well, do you want to check on... What time is it?
It's like 3 p.m.
Okay, then do you want to... Does Esme want to check on her family?
I suppose I do. Like, it's one of those things. Is like, no, actually, I don't, because I know it's gonna. Since I'm here next week, it's gonna just be what she does next week.
Okay.
Okay, if you're sure, unless you want to do it on the table.
No, it's
You
fine.
sure?
Yeah, we're here. What's actually? I know. Sorry, I know I'm interrupting, but what's the story for the? What date is the week after?
It'll be Thursday the 21st.
21st. Yeah, I'm actually. I think I'm out of commission for 2 weeks. So essentially,
Okay.
Eddie has kind of free reign to do whatever for the 2 weeks.
And then on the 28th, we're doing potentially the dinner?
Yerp.
Cool, okay.
Potentially, yes.
So me and Amy and Ian will bum around to do some side quests till then. We will find enough stuff to do. There's a lot of Yuria. Like, we're wanted for murder, among many other things. It's fine. Cool, okay, so what do you want to do now then? Should we go see if Kath is home?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go back there. That's something we can rely on.
You journey to Kath's house. Again, it takes a little longer than you'd like. Again, familiar roads, forgotten roads, unfamiliar roads, disturbing roads when you look at them.
If we're
But all
passing by
roads.
the Vale, is that still like bumping? That's still
Yeah, there's not like a conga line, but there's still like people kind of like, hey man, let's go. You said you would. It's like, don't puss the be cool if you did.
cool.
You know, that kind
Alright.
of shit.
yeah, just wanna. Okay, let's go to Kath.
Dazed and confused, Matthew McConaughey is definitely outside. You do Veil, buddy. Be cooler if you did. I fucking love that movie. Right, so you guys go back to Cat. Takes you some time. Takes you a little bit longer than you'd like. But before you is Rose, the house you know to be Rose. Do you just stroll up and knockety knock?
Is there still an arrow in the wall?
No one has been removed.
Alright. Yeah, I guess we knock.
Yeah, the you knock and the door slowly creaks open.
Was that Rose or is someone at the door?
Oh no, like it just seems to open after you knock itself. You assume it's Rose.
I go in. I go in.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, we
who's
go
here?
for it.
You say, you hear Cat's voice. Friends, do come in.
Hi.
Before you, the living room is Kath working on a new painting, as always. In the chair behind her off to the side is a humanoid pulsating, not pulsating, because that's kind of a we were weird matte black individual that you would know to be Pip. Well, it's the humanoid version of Pip you saw that one time you used the teleporter. He's kind of like, you know, panned out, like leg up on the armchair kind of thing. And he's like, "Ooh, friends."
Here you.
He's like, "To what your pleasure."
Just wanted to check in, you know. See you.
Oh, I'm assuming you guys came through here earlier. Kat says.
Yeah, and you weren't here. We were just checking in.
Yeah, sorry. I decided to get some air. I've been kind of cooped up in here finishing painting, so I kind of like went for a walk. Pip came with, and we've kind of like gone full bodyguard mode now, given the whole recent, like, you know, city frustrations. And as she says that, you see like Pip, who's kind of like all like kind of scratchy black shape with just teeth, and kind of like gestures and kind of has like clearly like a rapier made out of the same material that he seems to be made out of, and he's like, and kind of just like leaves it down by his side, kind of thing.
Like,
You saw an arrow outside. Was your home attacked?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there was a scuffle here not some time ago. We just never really got around to taking the arrow. There was a violent confrontation, you could call it.
Unrelated, or was it?
Was that in
aimed
the
at you?
space of the time that I was here and then I left?
Yes, actually. That's very nice.
Gone for like a day and a half.
I mean, things happen fast in the city. It's fine. There was some bloodshed, but you know, Pip did his duty, and the city watch showed up before anyone could get really hurt.
Like, what happened? Who was fighting you?
Oh well, no, I was fine. It was more just an altercation happened outside the house, and Pip volunteered to go out and silence them. Like, well, you know, peacefully, you know, have a chat. Seems to be some thugs fighting over some sort of like loot they had robbed from a local store. Then they got violent. Someone shot arrows, crossbows, hand crossbows, very much arrows and bolts flying all over the spot. So Pip went out, had a talk. They weren't in the mood for talking, as you'd imagine. So there was a bit of a disagreement, and soon we heard the footsteps of the watch approach, so we skedaddled. Played Scared House. No.
How has it been? Like, what's changed since we were last here?
Oh, absolute chaos, isn't it, Laura? And as she says that, like, Pip is just like, oh yes, chaos. He kind of sits up, kind of like upright, and kind of like leaves the sword on the ground, but it's kind of just like sitting up, like you know, one leg over his knee, kind of thing. He's like, well, it's like, oh, the plague showed up, and Vale showed up, and the pills showed up, and the crime increased, and oh god, it's so goddamn depressing. She's like rubbing her eyes, and she's like, this is not fun.
Do you know what Veil is? I mean, it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, that's kind of weird. I've been trying to get my fucking finger in there, but they just won't have it. They just like if you're not one of those weird shapes in the masks, they have nothing to do with you. And I am kind of apprehensive about trying it because I just, again, magic that shows up out of nowhere is usually bad. And then Pip is like, "Hey," it's like, "Not you, Pip," and he's like finger guns.
Are they guild? Are they mages? Like, those black figures?
I actually have no clue. It's honestly like melting my brain. We have to figure it out. I mean, I'd go do it if people want to go do it. Like,
is that the only way in? I don't want to do it.
I honestly, unless you feel like breaking in, I couldn't find a back door. There's like a couple of alleyways that are kind of like sealed off by like fences and gates that do lead around the back of where the building would be, but yeah, they're kind of like near some of the towers, and like there's always seems to be watchmen walking around there.
Way too risky.
Yeah, it's a case of like I can't risk being caught or arrested or anything, so But yeah, from what I can tell, the only way seems to be through the front door. So unless y'all wanna do it with me, I don't know if unless we like bribe someone, but I don't know who we'd bribe. Really? Unless like I don't know, we could beat up some watchmen, get some fake IDs or something. I don't know. Pretend.
But
to
like,
be,
what would the purpose be? I mean, we know what this is on the surface level. Like, do we like? Obviously, it's addictive. It's like the pills, but what other information are we hoping to get?
No, who, from where, and why? I guess. Because I've heard inklings that like more Vale clinics will be set up soon, and if it is, like, it's not because it's like any fucking recreational drug. It's like, yeah, okay, you can have a bit of fun, but if you get addicted and stuff, like, it's like shame on you or whatever the fuck your reasons are. Try not to judge, but if it's like, I'm not entirely sure if it's good or bad for the city. If you get me.
Well, it's not good.
It doesn't seem.
Yeah, like it all depends on who you ask. I'm assuming you guys haven't.
No. I'm very
No, it
torn.
doesn't seem
I
safe.
want to know what's happening. I want to understand it, but I don't want to do it for fear of wanting to do more.
That's very fair. So yeah, I don't know if you guys want to like have a look with me. I'm up for that. But equally, if you guys are trying to keep a low profile, I don't think breaking in and causing shit in like a. Oh, sorry.
We're being, with people keeping an eye on us, probably not the best thing for us to walk in. And
People are keeping an eye on you.
well, we think so.
We were spoken to by a K-10 unit, knew our names, knew everything about us. Then we watched him decimate some poor sap who tried to take over a building.
She's like, I don't know what a K-10 unit is. I'm assuming it's Seeker related, but
Oh, New Seeker, yeah.
okay, I've only seen the like old goldies and the new blueies, the ones that can like go on and stuff.
New bluey.
The new bluey.
Yeah.
Oh boy. She's like, and she like walks over to like a little box and she's like, oh yeah, Esme, I have that thing for you.
Oh, good. Let me see.
Yeah, she like slides over a little golden like Neil the Echo is real.
Yeah, Jesus, Neil.
She slides over a gold band, like a gold ring, and she's like, "There you go. It's pretty decent. It's not too strong. Like it'll fool most people, but like if you're trying to like use it to get into like any like major guild buildings, like I'm good, but I'm not that good. And even the best people I know are pretty when it comes to like their like anti-glamour magic. So hope it does the job of what you need it for."
That's not what it's intended for anyway. So
That's cool.
I'm sure it will do just fine.
What is it?
It's a glamour ring. In fact, I think. Do we have time? I might jump back to the Baron's place. It's for Kay.
You're not thinking of bringing him here.
No, Christ, no. Gods, no. It's for Big Ass.
I mean, we can jump back. We have time. We just have to be back before the evening.
Well, I mean, you don't have to.
No, we'll be back for the evening. Don't worry.
Yeah, but I can do that alone. If you want to stay at the Barons, that's fine.
to be fair, Garrett only say he'd book a table for Icarus and Kit.
Oh yeah. Okay. God.
I know. But we're well, I mean, Isidore is definitely going to try to get a table to eavesdrop.
Esme is here like the next table.
2 reasons. First of all, it is a very bad idea for one of us to go alone in the city. Second of all, I'm nosy.
I actually think 2 should be number 1 in this countdown, but I won't judge. Like, is she gonna do the whole like has a menu but 2 eye holes cut out?
That's what I'm picturing, yeah. And her and Esme like having a romantic dinner next.
Like you just see like the hat moving up and down because she keeps giggling. But yeah, you can like it realistically in terms of game time, and also we have like a fucking another hour. If you want to shoot back, it's within like as long, yeah, like not as long because that definitely sounds discouraging, and I didn't mean it. But like, if you'd like to do that,
it's like the alternative is we'll just be moving on towards the Kit and Coda dinner, and I'm pretty okay with actually. Hold on, yeah.
I'm pretty okay with just postponing that indefinitely.
No, yeah, let's go and do the dinner first. Esme like pockets the ring
No.
and she says, "No, I'll do that later.
No,
I've
Neil, do
some
the thing.
free time on my hands in the future."
so we're time jumping.
Oh Jesus.
No, is there anything to talk to Kath about?
Oh, right. Yeah, no. Well, I thought when people were done with Kath, like they'd press circle enough that like her dialogue cut. But yeah, no, sorry. Anything at all?
Is there anything that like we should be watching out for while we're? I mean, apart from the fact that everything is fucked, is there anything else we should be watching out for?
She laughed. I don't know. The Watchmen are getting really, really like they were already no fun, but they're really particularly like what's the word? Aggressive, like grillings if they stop you. I don't know. It's almost like they're looking for a fight. That and like, have you ever talked to an ICM unit?
No,
we
I've heard them
did
congregating
once.
in weird ways.
Like we did once when like when they were like first set up when we were coming into the city.
Evie, out of character. We talked to him when I handed in the fine.
Was that an ICM unit?
Yeah, it was ICM.
Oh, okay. Well, then tell me that.
I do, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine, my dudes. Yes. She's like, yeah, a lot of them have been like, it's really unnecessary, but like down alleyways and like just more like blind spots, I guess, if you want to call it the city's eyes, like the literal and figurative eyes. They keep like massing together. I've passed a few alleyways now at night, and it's just like really unnerving. I don't know, like it's the only thing that can come to mind. Was like in terms of watching it, they haven't done anything or said anything, but it's just I don't know. It's weird.
Could it be to do with the plague?
I mean, maybe they don't seem to be doing anything though. They just kind of like clump together and like seem motionless unless they're speaking very quietly. Again, like I don't know how they communicate. So maybe they're just communicating this entire time and just having a chat. But like I don't know, they're just completely stationary. It's very funky.
What can you tell us about the plague, actually?
She's like, brushes her hair back, and she's like, right, it apparently originates from the slums. That's the word, sorry. Slums. They're saying the official word is that it's like a terror attack from the resistance, because it's painted as like Warforged are immune to it, so like it's to kill all the non-Warforged, that kind of thing. What else? It seems to like kind of a slow burn. It's like if you kind of get like nabbed with it and you kind of don't realize it, it's kind of a slow burn. You start to cough, common cold and this sort of thing. You're just the sniffles, and then like kind of gets worse and worse and worse till you realize, oh, I'm up shit creek. I know there's been reports that like if you kind of have high exposure to it constantly, it kind of accelerates, obviously, because you're just kind of stewing in it, and it can be volatile and gross. I've heard inklings, but I've heard like also like apparently, don't quote me, but I've heard people talk about how like some people explode and get it everywhere. I don't know. It kind of sounds a bit blown out of proportion. Maybe one of the kids was just telling fibs, which is fair with these kind of things. But yeah, I don't know. It seems pretty awful, but it seems to be like the closer you go to the slums, the more tense it seems to be. Like most of the sick are.
Is it always fatal?
To my knowledge, yes. If there's like a cure or people kind of like, well, no, sorry, it's not that it's always fatal. It's like if you can get to a cleric, that kind of thing, and cured, you're fine. But well, as far as I know, but in terms of like if it's kind of so far gone that you're on the deathbed, I'm not into. I have no clue if you can kind of bounce back. I'm not sure if nip it in the bud early, or if there's a point of no return, that kind of thing. I don't have the information.
Okay.
Frankly, I'm just a bit.
Darren?
Hello?
Yeah.
You didn't.
You
You
could
said,
have.
frankly, I'm a bit, and then you just didn't say anything.
Oh shit! Jeez. Oh right, yeah. Sorry, my connection thing went easy there. Oh, why it keeps spiking? Tonight, but I'm sorry. Frankly, I'm a bit scared to kind of go out and check in case I get infected, essentially, because fear mongering is grand and all, but equally, it's like the off chance that it's true. I don't want to explode in my own house and die.
Like, how contained is it?
They say they're working on it. It's like I'm not sure if you've noticed the clouds that seem to kind of rain periodically over the day. That's apparently stemming the tide, keeping it at bay. But in terms of like a mass cure or a fix all, there's been no official anyway from what I've heard.
Okay.
I think the only thing we really know about any kind of stopping just amounts to those meanie clerics.
Esme, tell us about these clerics. Like, what is the actual deal? What did you do?
We located one. I snuck into the back. I snuck into the back room. Dave scared them, and I threatened them, and then they apparently stopped. We might actually swing by there on our way to wherever. Might just help us keep an eye on things.
Sure.
Yeah, in fact, that might actually be the best idea. Let's go see if there was any fallout about that. Kat, is there anything we can get you?
Say that again, sorry, you monkey there train.
Is there anything we can get you, Kat?
Oh no, sorry. She's like, no. I kind of did a lot of my shopping today, and I'm just kind of like hunker down and keep working on these projects for the next while, and not hope for it to blow over, but just kind of like stay indoors for a bit and see how it goes. I should probably use that portal you got set up in the back to stretch my legs more so than going out into the plague-ridden city. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. But for the minute, I'm just kind of
That's
like
a good idea.
It'll
Yeah,
lead
she's
you
a-
to the Barrens or to Dead Man's Haven now.
I've never been to the Barrens. I've only read about Dead Man's Haven, but it sounds nice. I might go there.
If you do, you're gonna come across a man named Alexander. He's gonna have to write your name on the house before you can go exploring. But it's cool. Just tell him you're with us.
She's like, no, you go, okay, that's weird, but I'm to it. Yeah, sure.
Everything about our lives is weird.
It's
Yeah,
just
we
a
just had
precaution.
Coda slapped my mother with his weapon. It was weird.
I'm not going to explain that to everyone we meet. It was
I
self-defense.
mean, I'm never going to let it go. You
I
full on
know you
punched my
won't.
mother.
She had a knife. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
She's like, yeah, no, you guys need anything, give me a shout, buddies.
I'm sure he'll be back soon. Kat, are you invited to the dinner?
No. I am not. I do not know significant stand, and my mother's name does not carry enough weight anymore to get me in anywhere. I'm kind of, formal shit has never been my cup of tea. I'd rather just scoot down to wrenches and wenches again and have fun.
Would you want? You wouldn't want to. So, not really your deal now.
Well, like if I was asked, I'd probably say yes. If that's what you're asking, like if I had to go, I'd probably. Well, obviously, I'd have to go, but it's a case of if I had an invitation on my lap. But if someone was like, "Hey, do you want to come with me to make it like less shit?" Yeah, sure, why not? Fuck it. Who knows? I'll probably start a fight or something.
Maybe that's a great idea. Okay, let's go check out the place. And Esme just like leaves.
See ya!
Yeah, she bids you farewell, and Pip's like, "If there's any fights, let me know."
Will do, buddy.
Love you.
So we're going to the clerics?
Yeah.
Where are they based?
They were based. They weren't that far off. Basically, I will lead you to where the old Nasty Boys hideout is, and then she'll go from there because she might not really remember.
Yeah, because when we did it, there was no map. It was just like text-based. So you essentially lead them there. I'll ping a point on the map, and oh boy, look, it's over here. Shoddy old building. Looks a bit meh. Yeah, again, it takes you a little bit longer to get there. Longer again, as maybe you realize. Yes.
Just as a side note, I don't know if I said it last week. Esme sends the message to Dave that he can go now.
Oh, to Borea?
Yeah, like he can go on his little adventure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you announced that. Well, maybe not on the game, but I'm pretty sure you told me, and I was like, yeah, sure, it's fine. So no, that happens. Dave's like gone off to try and win Greta.
Woo.
Yeah. The building Esme leads you guys to is kind of like an old church. The for me, I cannot remember what I might have said. Was it an actual church of thing, or it was just kind of like a blank church? But either way, the holy icons and imagery has been like stripped of its walls. Walls are boarded up. Esme, before the gang, but I'm going to say Esme's leading because she's like, oh, I'll show you where it is. The entrance doors have like one is clearly open, one is closed, but there's like massive boards going across, and written in Common, Elven, and Dwarven, because they're kind of considered the three most common languages topside. In like red paint, hastily done, is like liar's den, cheat, like that sort of thing, and it's like kind of hastily done, but like. As you get closer, it kind of like you realize this place stinks, and there's like flies coming out the door.
Oh, guys!
What did you do?
I'm not even kidding. I said I was an agent of life, not this. She just walk up. Like, who's boarding up the doors? Is there someone doing it?
Oh no, they're boarded up. Sorry, I apologize.
Oh,
it looks abandoned.
Like, how recently abandoned?
Investigation? I'm trying to think of what role that I'm doing.
Like, unless it like if that seems like if that seems relevant.
Yeah, corporate. Well, the boards look like they haven't kind of like aged in the light, so to speak, like being beaten down to some kind of no discoloration. The paint looks dry but new, so you kind of hazard again not that long, like maybe a little bit, maybe like the night after, day after these boards might have went up, but why they went up it still remains a mystery.
Esme is going to wolf out and then pull off the boards.
Cool. Give me a strength check. Yeah, it takes a bit. Like, it's a case of like Esme is just kind of like, I'm assuming she's got a lot on her mind. She's like, oh boy, this is not gonna add that kind of. But yeah, it takes a little bit longer than she tend to. But a couple of minutes later, the boards are off. Esme was a darkened room, like there's only a small shaft of light coming from the doorway that you stand in. You still get dark vision in wolf form, right?
Yeah.
You do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Straight ahead. Like you're. Guys, are you also with Esme or?
Yeah, well, I'll follow after Cole.
Yeah, when she's ripped the boards off, I'll step in.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, once you've done the work.
All of you have dark vision, correct?
Yeah.
See.
Cool. All right. Cool beans. Yeah. So you all see it. About maybe 40 feet away from you guys in this massive hall. Like there seems to be improv stretchers and beds everywhere, kind of thing, but they all look like there's blankets over something, and there's a lot of flies around them, so it doesn't look ideal. Really stinks. It stinks to death. But straight ahead is a large table, and on this table is a corpse. There's a load of daggers in this man's belly, and you can see that the robe, the sigil hangs down, and I can't remember what the actual description is, but Esme, you'd know it as the sigil of the god of trade, whose name escapes me, but it's essentially the same cleric that you.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I knew you'd pick up on it, but I was more just explaining it for the others. But yeah.
Esme looks at the other two and she says, "Well, you know what this means?
No.
I really don't.
It means I'm going to have to go and kill the nasty boys."
Wait, okay, look. What happened? What did you do here and what caused this?
I'm trying to think of, or hold on. See, I've never seen Sherlock, but I think they do it in Sherlock.
Yeah, I was about to make that joke.
Pretty much. No, but it's literally like Esme describes with the clearest detail possible, and it's almost like wireframe versions of the events just appear like the Matrix in front of people. No, like she goes through it. It's like you see the window at the back, and she points up. It's like we entered through there. I covered my mouth and I held a rod of Pelor up and turned it into a bow, and I said, "I'm an agent of life in this city, and I will defend those who need help and healing from this horrible plague, and will stop those who would seek to take advantage of them, because that was a good thing to do." And Dave helped. And I just like to imagine that there's like a little cartoon Dave sticks his head in the window. It's just like he helped, but it seemed a lot scarier to the man. But now he's dead, and I didn't kill him because she holds out the rod of Pelor and she like holds it up into the air. It's like, I didn't kill him. This isn't me. It's on someone else.
Why do you think the Nasty Boys did it?
Because Richie's decided he doesn't really like working within the bounds of the law, and Dave is involved with them. I think I am actually fairly 100% certain that I told Dave to get in contact with them, be like, protect the innocent, and I think they protected the innocent by killing the guilty, and I know it makes sense to them, but it's also a bad idea.
It might have just gotten out that this man was a fraud, and
may I interrupt the conversation? As Esme and Coda begins to reply, you hear from the doorway. It's like, Dave did not reach us, Esme.
Esme takes the bow. It's like, okay.
In the doorway is a hooded, cloaked figure. You see two little beady eyes, almost like light sources, almost like peering out from the cloak. It stands clearly got like a humanoid shape beneath it, but it also has kind of like an ethereal, like it's like just like the cloak is floating kind of vibe going on. And
who's under there?
You not recognize me, Esme. Your dear friend Richard.
Richie, are you hoofing around with the shroud?
Ah, you've met our mistress.
Well, almost, but then she
boy.
holds up the rod of Pelor. It's like, then I got this offer, and that also seemed less murdery, you know. Richie, why? Why are we doing this?
The city is dying, Esme.
That doesn't mean we kill it faster. It means we try to forestall the death.
You see the cloak kind of like shake its head. It's like, so you know, if it dies out, we can rebuild.
Well, yeah.
More shit.
No, that is how things work, but it's also not helpful now. Because there's other
This man was a thief. He exploited the poor. His sins were many. His crimes were heavy.
As are
And
yours.
we ended him.
Okay, hold on. I appreciate that Coda and Isidore have some thoughts on this, but I gotta just put some thoughts with you, Richie, okay? He's gonna put some okay. Can you heal people? Can you cure them of the disease?
No.
Okay, cool. We're just gonna stop you with that one. Man could. What benefit is there to that man's dead body being there and you having done it to the poor and dying outside? Richie! Oh! No benefit! Because the person capable of helping them is dead! You could have tied him to a chair and made him heal them every day in, day out, until he was almost dead himself. But no, you fucked it! And she's just pointing at the dead body. This would have been a worse decision.
We're only alerted of his position because of you.
That is
Don't you
unfair.
dare put this on her. You're the one who put a knife in his gut.
I'm sorry, was I speaking to you?
Hey, I beat this man for less, so you back off.
Sorry, one second. I need to stop smiling. I have to be brooding person. Yeah, it's like, we made this man an example. Now, those that will heal will do it correctly, or fear our wrath. Don't listen to them.
Yeah, she doesn't want the messenger to come and kill her. The church just illuminates.
From like
How
one
dare
of the like mounds of dead corpses, you just see it starts to glow, and a foot kicks in. You.
It's so good. So it's like, okay, look. There was a time when I was young that I would have thought maybe this was a smart way. In fact, it wasn't that long ago. It was probably about like 2 months ago, and I was really into the shroud. In fact, I was willing to give up loving everything, and to be honest, had she made a better deal and that had come to fruition, maybe I'd be standing with you right now. But this isn't conducive to a future. This is conducive to danger. Do I still have the dagger?
No, Esme, check your pack.
Esme looks in her bag. Esme looks in her purse for her shroud gun. Oh, that's fine. It's gone. So like, I was going to give you the dagger that the shroud gave me. But it's gone now. It's fine. Anyway, do you like? Is this the only way you'll do? Like, is there anyone else left? Like, is this how the Nasty Boys do business in Yuria now?
He shakes his head and he's like, "We're not the Nasty Boys, not anymore."
Are you the Shroudly Boys? The Nasty Shrouds? What are you?
We are the Shroud's messengers.
So what's the message then? Tell us. Come on. Give us the good news, because it looks like everything that's going on outside of here is probably the worst thing ever.
No, it isn't. The clerics know to keep in line, heal the sick, free of charge, lest they face our wrath. That have helped. Would that have come about if you had just, slapped this man on the wrist, wiggled your finger, be a good boy, that sort of thing? No. I understand if you were too weak to take up the mantle and these things, Esme. I thought you were many things, but weak was not one of them.
You know,
I
for
mean-
guys no emotions, he's awfully defensive.
Esme takes out the glass arrows like, I'm destined to shoot this into a giant eye. I'm not weak, asshole. You're the one who took the easy route.
You just hear, like,
you got
clap,
a
clap,
messenger now. Oh, you this now. We're 3 of the 4 destined heroes of this planet, you freak. You're dark and
you
brooding.
freak.
It's just
Like that's it.
You jerk.
You weirdo.
you're a nerd. You're just a total nerd. Emo is out. Positivity, hope, and you know, she looks at the rod of Pelor for like whatever his deal is. It's like love, hope, life. There he is.
There it is.
They're in, punk.
So be it, Esme. You've clearly made your choice. My brother didn't sway you from this path, did he?
Which one? There's 3 of you.
The one you talk, Roland.
Oh yeah.
I-
Sorry. I thought you meant that in terms of like.
Idris Elba from literally the Dark Tower.
I thought they were all Idris Elba. But
No,
yeah.
they are, but like, so
triplets, aren't
Roland's quite literally his Roland
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
This one probably Luther, and maybe the other one could be maybe Pentecost from Pacific Rim. Maybe, who knows?
Maybe.
He's got a big dirty mustache.
I like it. He's like, well, no, not really. It was more he just told me that you were doing it. I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I assumed there's the benefit of the doubt situation going on here. Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna kill Seekers? Are you gonna kill fucking Thought Police? Like, what are you just gonna like?
If it calls to it, yes.
Well, like, see, you know, I can get on side with that. It has to happen. That's a different situation. But killing these people is the. I don't think in the long run this will serve anything other than to make even the regular folk afraid of you. I didn't think that's what we were about. Well, when we were a we, and now we're us and separate.
So you won't. Fine. You see the little lights like narrow. Like, continue down your path, Esme, whatever you feel is need, but when the time comes when the hard decisions need to be made, I'll be there swinging the axe while you be there thinking it over.
I mean, or shooting arrows. I really don't think. But tell your mistress I said hi. You know, we were close almost once. Probably before you and she were. But whatever. She just kind of like does a little.
Yeah, the kind of goes to like walk away and like looks over its shoulder and it's like, Esme,
Yeah.
don't get in my way.
Just get in my way. Fuck off, Edward.
I'm gonna
I
just
love Izzy so much.
Is he just walking
Yes,
out giving him the double bird, like?
Guess I'm just gonna have to beat the lot out of this man. Shit.
Oh no, what a shame.
So meanwhile, the party are enjoying a fine tea and dinner with the with some important individuals. Like, what's going on across town? It's like, yes, this man's being choked out.
X gonna give it to you. Starts playing, and Esme's just walking down an alley with like a baseball bat.
she just like psychic texts Dave. It's like, don't tell them where I am again. They're bad men.
There's such a thing as too much honesty, Dave.
He cuts to David Seekers and he's like, and so this is where we hid out once.
Stop.
So yeah, the cloaked individual leaves. What do who go stab where?
Esme will like remove the daggers from the dead man and say a little prayer over him. It's like, hey Pelor, it's your girl. I didn't kill this man, and maybe he was a pretty bad dude, but he probably didn't deserve to be killed like this. So maybe, you know, show him some mercy, or get his god to show him some mercy. Hope you're well, Esme.
XOXO Esme.
Gossip Nyla.
Yeah, the rod kind of like glows a little.
Esme, I'm sorry.
I wish I was sorrier. Like, it's just literally the only way things can get worse. This is no, I need to deliver this in a different way. It's just like, I can't believe the shroud came back to bite me in the ass. It's almost like my choices are going to recur and become problems for us. I really hope Baal does not come
That's
back.
called consequences. It happens to you a lot, actually. It seems.
I mean, yeah, it happened to you too, red ass.
Alright. No need to get personal.
One of us turned into a demon, the other rejected two. Whatever. That's gas. Coda like literally jumped on the first demon he met, and it was just like, murder.
It wasn't a spur of the moment choice.
Cold, heartless love. It's like, maybe neither of these.
3 years of careful consideration and a very bad decision. Anyway, not relevant.
Can we do this like outside of the corpse church?
Yes. Oh, let's just not do this. I have to go to a dinner.
Yeah, let's hope your brother can't smell corpse on you. He's a cop. That'd be hard to explain.
Like the one poster with my face on it, that's gonna be hard to explain too.
I mean,
Sure
you did kill cops in the...
But doesn't matter. Alright.
Someone else lead on now. I've done enough.
Will people want to do other stuff, or will I just go to the dinner?
If there's nothing immediate to do, I think you can go to dinner.
I'm okay. I think it's time for dinner.
Cool. All right.
A bit of a breather.
So essentially, Coda, when you guys arrive, well, like, yeah, from the get-go, are you two trying to get tables?
Yeah,
I
somewhere.
would like, yeah.
Yeah. You know, in
Of
case
course
of like,
they
are
are.
you there? So when you go in, Coda, like you're just like Darrow, and like a man's like, oh yeah, I'll show you through. It's big, huge, really extravagant, like like red. It's really red, really warm, like candles everywhere, really la-di-da, like a nice restaurant. Like you're gonna pay for it, but it's gonna be worth it. That kind of thing. But he's like, oh, it's down around these stairs. It's almost like you can't see who's in the room.
Oh boy.
So he takes Icarus by the hand and leads him down. Not that, by the little hand.
That's a
He's
bit
like, "Come, follow
intimate
me."
for a waiter. Like, oh, let me just take your hand.
I know the service.
He immediately sees Coda. And
Puts
he's
his
like,
hand on my butt and leads me to the table.
Yeah. He's like dirty little gunslingers. But essentially, when that walks off the line and is follow me, I think it was like a woman steps up and it's like reservations to the, basically Esme and Izzy.
Oh no, just to start to treat ourselves.
To a night of
evening,
10.
Table for two?
I don't just walk into. Oh, enough from around here clearly shows. I don't know if we can just
Wait, hold on.
walk
Not
his
from
own
around
thing.
here.
Do you know? I don't know if you've heard of the Nilos, but I'm. It's me. It's Esme. I'm
Like when you're like, it's me, Esme. She's like, "Hi."
It's like it's me, Esme Nilo. Of the Nilos, the famous Nilos, the super important.
And she's like,
You got money,
I have no idea who you are.
Oh, thank God! It means my sisters don't eat here. Can you get us a table? Like this is
Persuasion checks.
Okay.
I can't believe you.
Like literally 2 seconds into a roadblock, it's like, do you know who I am?
literally came here and then went to him to
Wow,
get
nice
money.
busy.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Nice, guys. Hold on. She's
Double
like,
17s.
"No." Yeah, she's like, oh, fine. Oh, just come on.
Oh, thank you so
Goddamn
much, man. I
common
really
folk.
appreciate it.
Are you guys
So, yeah.
going to be on a date? Do it. Please do it.
So, like, she leads you guys down, like, the steps and around the corner, and, like, basically, Coda, you led into this, like, well, everyone will be led in eventually, but, like, Coda, you got there first. This massive, like, ballroom kind of thing. Like, the chandeliers are very extravagant. Really nice place. In the distance, there's a table, and like it's a case of like it does that like Borderlands thing where it's like zooms in on the boss's face.
Oh,
And,
it's
like,
a boss fight. I see. Okay,
Swirling
we're
like
doing
a glass-
this.
It's swirling like a glass of red wine. It just pops up. It's like Kid Darrow. Yeah.
He's so evil. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, he's like swirling, and he's like,
I'm just overwhelmed by how evil he
soon
is.
my little wine glass. We will kill them all.
He's just stabbing a puppy. It's fine.
He's just
Oh,
maniacally
God.
laughing into the red wine. It's
Oh, I regret
blood.
everything about this. Darren, next time we play a D&D, I don't have any family, okay? You can't corrupt
Actually,
them.
I mean, why do you think
This
I
is the first
always
time I've
play...
ever written a D&D character with a family, and it's backfired so hard. Anyway, sorry.
That's...
Do continue with your scene of, like, Borderlands boss fight Kit Darrow.
Yeah, and like he sees you enter, and he kind of like just
Instantly gets a headache.
He's just like he just nods, kind of like You're to the table, and he's your seat, sir. And like he pulls out the chair, and we'll get to that in 2 seconds. The two fucking walk-ins.
Yeah.
You guys can clearly see a table is near the others, but you guys are being led to like near the bathrooms, kind of shitty table. And she's like, "This, please."
Oh, isn't that one a bit closer? And she points to the table.
He just says, "Hey, ma'am, how much
Ma'am.
money do we have to give you for you to understand that we're here to spy on our friend?"
And she's like, "Which one's your friend?"
It's definitely the red one.
And she's like, "Oh, the tiefling."
Yeah, him.
Coda's like literally the only tiefling in the room.
We appreciate that you have to get the business, but like we'll tip really well if you just had us sit near them.
Basically, persuasion checks.
Okay, yeah.
Come on, double
Oh, I'm
17
trying to
again,
be
please.
subtle, but whatever.
That's not good. Ezra did not do it well.
Esme tongue ties near the end, and Izzy's just like, yeah, and that seals the deal. She's like, "Oh, okay, yeah.
Woo!
Nice.
Someone's eating good tonight." She's all chuffed herself, and like, basically like 2 seats over, like 2 tables over. Like it's a case of like you have to strain your ears, but you could probably do it. But yeah, you guys sit. Coda is clear in the process of sit.
Gossips.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also, he's not safe.
Kit stands as you go to like sit, and he's like, "Chris, would you prefer Coda?"
Icarus, please. Come on, don't do
And
that.
Oh,
He, like,
I'll have the Pinot Grigio.
mozzarella, cheddar. And shakes like, well, he goes to shake your hand. He has a hand out. Kind of.
He'll shake his hand. That's so formal.
Kiss your brother right on the mouth.
I shake his hand.
Oh my god, Esme falls over and she's like, "From Coda," and kisses him. He's like, "The kiss of death." "Hey, oh, my brother, over here." Yeah, no, he sits down and he's like, "You look well."
You look tired.
So what brings you to our little city? Father says you're back in town for some time.
No, I think you know. It's this dinner. Not this dinner. The dinner.
Ah, yes, the Queen, Her Majesty.
You're going as well, I assume.
Oh my, yes. Must make a scene, must make an appearance. These are the political games.
Yes, you're always quite good at that. Can't
Oh, well, I
explain what
learned from the
hell
best.
is happening in this city.
Oh, my dear brother, please be more specific.
The pills, the veil.
My, you just want government secrets. Just spill out. Anything else? Would you like to order a starter first, or before I start just giving out classified information?
I just don't understand. I just don't know what the hell you're doing. It's madness.
Why is it madness, Icarus? Explain to me how it's madness.
What, do you want to do this here in the restaurant?
I mean, just Like he looks around and he's like swirling the wine. He's like, "It's just two individuals having a conversation. What's there to do?"
You want me to tell you why this is mad? You should know. You can't see what is happening here.
Oh no, I saw it and I lived it, and day in and day out, beaten bloody by just everything around me. Work was terrible, ink was worse, mother and father were nearly out of business. So it was getting in bed with the devil, you'd know about that. And it's not ideal, I'm proud, but someone has to keep the torches burning, as it were, in the workshop.
At what cost? Your life?
It's just from the sidelines, like, drag him.
They're cheering for Kit, like.
Sorry. It's like a small price to pay, and besides, I'm not dead. Some of the benefits are, to sleep in a nice bed.
And your soul, then? Look at what you're doing.
Oh, don't be so dramatic, Icarus. He starts like rummaging through his pockets.
Come through.
It's like, I know you were the, bright and bushy-tailed adventurer, but there's no need to be so dramatic. He puts like a little, like, kind of like a mint box on the table. I'm sorry. Sorry, no, I meant to keep talking, but I hit the wrong button. I was holding the space bar. I'm basically clicked a little button on the side, and a little compartment pops out, and there's a couple of little gems in it, like little teeny tiny, like, almost like mints. And there's kind of like a weird twirly, like, mechanism, and like just rises up out of it, and it's kind of like slowly starts to glow, kind of like clearly, like it's glowing, since if you're paying attention to it, you can see the little glow, but like it's not like illuminating the table. And he takes one of the like mint-sized purple dots kind of thing, and like puts one near Coda, and he has one on his tongue, and he's like, "You do well to," and he gestures to it. He's like, "If you wish to continue speaking," and he like after he says that, he literally just like takes it.
Oh, God. Yeah. Fuck!
Yeah, you do the thing?
Fuck, yeah, sure, fuck! Oh god, this is such a mistake. Okay,
Your pupils, like, kind of like a pinpoint. Like, everything seems brighter than it should be, and you can see that the little mechanism in front of you is actually glowing kind of brighter than it should be, too. He's like, "Well, Icarus, what really brings you back here?" And as he's speaking, Esme, Izzy, your lips moving, but you hear no sound.
Yeah, I figured.
What is this?
It's like you never know who's listening, who's looking. Gotta be safe. Can't meet your wanted brother for
now.
like leaning off her chair. He's like, "Oh, you can't meet your brother who's wanted for murder, by the way."
Oh, I noticed. Yes, I saw the poster. Not a good
public,
likeness.
Without, taking some precautions. Everybody listens, everybody hears. Like, did you know the waitress who brought you your friends across the way down is actually, like, a head assassin in where I work?
Oh, wonderful. Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah. Everybody lies, everybody cheats, and everybody's not who they say they are. So, Icarus, what are you doing here?
I told you I'm meeting the Queen. That is true. I'm going to this dinner.
Look what Kay has done to you. Kay has turned you into a fiend.
She was already a fiend.
Yeah, but fair. Kay was worse. Like Kay got a taste and was like, "Ha ha ha!" Leaving the room.
You blame X, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me. Anyway, moving on. So, Icarus, I have 2 conditions. I need a promise, and then I'll hear you out. Is that fair?
What's the promise?
I need you to get mother and father out of the city. I've asked them to leave politely. I've almost considered seizing the shop, sort of thing, filing the appropriate complaints. But yeah, they need to leave, big time.
I'll do it. Yes. It's not safe.
War is coming.
Oh, I
Big
know.
brother?
Yeah, I'm older. Like 5 years.
Big brother. Yeah, big brother. Yeah, I was about to say, I always go to assume that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he seems, because he's got his
yeah.
shit together more, but he's like 21 and I'm like 26.
I don't know, I always pictured him kind of a bit more grizzled.
He's like he's like 21. Like he's really
he's
young.
a baby.
He's real small.
Oh, that's more depressing.
Yeah, right? He's a real baby. Anyway.
Oh, sorry. When he says war's coming, you said, "Oh, I know."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, so you know the tensions in Dagdom?"
I think we're speaking of different wars. Tell me about Dagdom.
God, why is it always fucking Dagdom? Dagdom's the worst. Why does anyone live there?
It says
I hate
he
Dagdom.
claimed to have been lived from there for like, no, Dagdom. Yeah, that's not right. So it counts. It counts some way.
The worst.
You know of the attack, don't you, brother? Our little hero.
Oh, I was there.
Oh, I know you were there. I've read the reports.
I'm sure.
A group of misfits, particular individuals, one red tiefling, white hair, a weird contraption, made loud noises, made people no longer live. I wonder how many tieflings walk around this place with such
You'd be
odd
surprised,
things.
actually.
Yeah, he literally looks into the camera like he's in the office and winks. But no, the king's leaders, not tensions are rising. It's not going to be. They're going to fight. They are. As much as I'm trying to be positive, as much as I can be, the situation, war is coming in, and they're going to lose. There's no doubt in my mind that they will lose. What sits beneath this city is. You've seen the things I've seen.
What are you talking about?
It's like contraptions, suits of armor that surround the body, powered by storms and the forge itself. Fire can power a man to punch 4 times, 5 times, 10 times above his weight class. If you think your little contraption, which again is still a technological marvel, is all that, like they wanted, like, it's much worse. Almost like a cult down there. They sing to this thing, this giant box, this giant cube, and he kind of like looks off as if like he's seen some shit, kind of like 1,000 yards there. So and he's like, war's coming, and even if Dagdom are going to be wiped from the map, it doesn't mean that they won't get some retaliation off in the city, and I can't continue doing what I'm doing with Mother and Father in the city. They could be hurt or worse, and I can't disclose too much information without them being seized, because again, eyes and ears everywhere.
All this infighting, it doesn't matter. There's bigger problems. I know this matters, but is this the Hand's doing, or engineering another conflict?
It's more a disagreement of who should rule what. Technically, the Queen has all jurisdiction over the country, or the continent, sorry. The King doesn't like that. He wants to keep it the old ways before the Queen reappeared, and tensions are rising, negotiations are breaking down, and someone just needs to punch, and all-out chaos will reign.
All these civil wars and conflicts, they're distracting from the real fight.
What real fight, Icarus? Stop speaking in riddles.
I'm afraid I have to. I can't tell you everything. You will.
That's rather convenient, isn't it?
I know how it sounds. I cannot tell you everything. I can tell you some things. Is this?
But you shouldn't.
Shh, it's fine.
Literally not.
Shut up, Amy. I knew you'd say this, but shut up. It's fine. It's fine. I got this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Continue, Laurie. You're on a roll.
Yeah, you're not here. You can't hear me. You can't stop me.
Shut up, conscience. You're not here.
Are we really safe talking in these things?
And he like seems to count in his. He's like, maybe 15 more minutes till it dissolves. It's quite a hefty little device, but no, I'm running low on pills. And yes, so you've got a bit of a clock at your back. Well, not the clocks have been invented, but you know what I mean. Fucking sand
Yeah.
dial at your back. It's hourglass, there we go, whatever. But yeah, 15 minutes, that kind of thing.
Sorry, they could make a power suit, but they can't make a clock.
I mean, what the fuck's a clock gonna do in the war? Like, oh shit, I'm gonna die at 10 to 5. Fuck.
Look, I mean it when I say I literally can't tell you. It's a magic thing, of course it is. Where if I tell
You have to realize how ridiculous that sounds.
I know, but if I tell you, you will literally die. I don't want to. Look, I can tell you.
Because real, Kate, you just have to believe.
I do believe in fairies.
Look, I can prove it, but it might hurt.
Oh, I've taken worse. I think I can take it, big bro.
I hope you kill your brother.
I don't.
I hope you kill.
I'm gonna speak very slowly, and at the first sign of like this is not good, I'm gonna stop. So, last time I was in Yuria, the night we met, what were you doing that day before?
Just routine check. You know how it is. Walk the beat. Respond to a few, complaints.
No,
There was
you weren't.
a small raid on a little drug dealer smuggling some weird crystal that you huff. It's fucking awful. It rots your fucking nose off you. It's weird.
No,
I don't
you
know why
weren't.
people do it. Then what was I doing, Icarus?
Yuria was attacked.
You see, he kind of like winces his eyes and he's like, "What do you mean attacked?"
You were fighting. I saw you in the streets fighting monsters.
A steady stream starts to come out of both nostrils.
I'm sorry. I
And
hand
he's
him a
like,
tissue.
and he's like, yeah, and like he gets tissue and he's like, Icarus, shut the fuck up right now.
I told you. I can't tell you everything.
No, you need to stop talking right now. Like, comes up his nose. He's like, okay, so how come you can make that happen? Because there's some things that don't line up here and I'm starting to like lose my calm.
They are lying to you. They're covering things up. I cannot. I told you I can't. You will die. But the mages are tampering with dangerous magic.
And anyone you speak to with this,
No.
what about your friends over there? And he blatantly gestures to like Izzy and.
When he does my way.
Yeah, so did I.
We've. They're making everyone forget. I have to be careful what I say. I don't want to hurt you, but they're making people forget.
Well, my 2 cents, my 2 copper pieces will be let anyone else's nose bleed, please, because there's been a few reports coming on the chain that anyone that has that particular symptom is to round it up and, I believe the wording was, disposed of.
Yes, another means of control. Like everything in this city now, the pills, the veil, the hand, you're all just a means of control. Of sedation. They're lying to everyone. You included. You're not immune to this. You're just another tool for them. You're just another means.
And he kind of pulls his arm and he's like, well, I may be a tool, but I got into this mess willingly.
Under false pretenses, you don't know what they're doing.
Yes, well, I didn't have the luxury of worrying what they're doing. I had to keep mom and dad alive and keep roof over our heads, so I did what I had to do. I'm not proud of it. I'm proud of what I'm going to have to continue to do, but it is what it is.
You don't have to continue to do it. I will get mother and father out.
And then what? Icarus? Do I take up the rebellion charge? Do I paint red streaks on my chest and lead the charge to the streets and then get gunned down by some clearly unknown force immediately? Cut down, not gunned down, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Semantics. Yeah.
There is something bigger than this coming, and it's going to destroy us. You're on the wrong side.
Bigger than
all of that. I wish I could tell you, but I can't.
He's like rubbing his like eyes. Like,
Whatever you need me to do to help you, I will do it. But you have to trust me.
it's just simple. It's not a case of like meet me behind the alley. I'll give you a file that will somehow dismantle what's been in place. It's not that easy. It's not that
know.
dry. He takes a very healthy, not healthy, but like a generous gulp of his.
Yeah, I'll do the
He's
same.
having.
Compliment to the shape. And it's like, what you want me to like join your little brigade of rebels and stab the queen at the dinner or something? No doubt.
Can we hear him yet? Because I'd like to say no.
No, you can't hear him, motherfucker.
I'm not asking you to fight the queen. I'm not asking you to join the rebellion. Just get out of this.
And what? Just leave and let Big Brother clean up the mess in the city while me, Mom, and Dad sit in some godforsaken hovel south of here, more than likely where you went, yes?
You really think this is better than that?
I'm not sure if it's better, but the city's my home and I'm not going anywhere. Mom and Dad don't get a say because they're old and stubborn, which is ironic. But...
No, they're stubborn.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're going to me about stubbornness?
It
Really?
runs in
You're
the
going to come at me
family.
with that? I'm sorry, would you... Okay, hold on. Let's just swing this judgmental pendulum back a minute. Would you, if our roles were switched, would you just up and go? If you had the means to do something?
If you came to me and begged me to, yes.
He crosses his arms. He doesn't... He kind of like... He's like... Probably believes you, but he's like at least putting on a face of like he's not convinced kind of thing. You know, he's just basically stubborn Jack.
I came here and told you things I should not have told you. I am trusting you. I am putting my faith in you. I'm just asking you to just listen to me.
And I am listening, Icarus. I'm not listening. I'm not... It's not that I can't just... It's not that easy. You can't just walk away from the hand. It's not as I just walk up to my superior and I'm like, because you just can't. They have eyes and ears everywhere. If I walked in tomorrow morning and was like, that's me, I'm done, you think I would get down a hallway without like a goon squad questioning why? Like why suddenly a lieutenant decided, suddenly, I can't do that, and it's not for me anymore. Fuck it.
I ask you to walk in and tell them you're resigning. You could just leave, just run.
But that would just draw more attention. They'd check the home, they'd check the workshop.
So wait till I get mother and father out, and then run.
Persuasion check, please. Just saw chat. I was like, I didn't punch anyone's mom.
Shit.
He's like not fully convinced. He's like, let's just concentrate on getting mother and father out. I'm still not content with any of this. You running away, working on your weird project, coming back, going away. What's with the murder? Why are you shooting like soldiers on the road?
Sorry, what? Sorry, you cut out there a little bit for me.
Oh, sure. He's like, oh, wait, hold on. What did you hear? Yeah.
What about the murder? And I didn't hear the second thing he said.
Yeah, okay, sorry. He's shooting soldiers on the open road.
On the road?
There was reports. A man came to us, covered in blood, and God knows what else. Fucking fluids. That a tiefling, brandishing an odd device that made a loud bang, gunned at several individuals. and said, "That's from Icarus Darrow. So can you please explain to me why you're shooting Hand of Yuria soldiers in broad daylight on the the Queen's Road and declaring your name?" Like, because it's like I had to bury that deep. I managed to get your name off the posters, muddle some of the design so it doesn't quite look like you, but come on, Icarus. Like, there's only so much I can fucking do. Like, I'm at the end of my rope here.
That bastard.
Who? Don't play the pronoun game.
That wasn't me. Shit.
It's me!
You really think I'd be stupid enough to start shooting hand soldiers
I
and
don't
shouting my
know.
name? I changed my name. I ran. That's not me. I wouldn't.
Yes, all right, but
I know you don't think
the
much of me,
device
but I'm
and
not
the
that
wounds.
stupid. There's another.
Well, there's another one like you walking around with what you have.
Yes.
Where? How? Why? What the fuck, Icarus?
It's all related back to the deal I made. He is... Oh, God. He's coming after the people I care about.
Oh, fantastic. That's great. So I have to, juggle about mom and dad.
I'm going to deal with him.
fulfill I mean, as much as you claim that he did gun down like 6 people in broad daylight.
When was this?
Or
Where?
fucking shoot down. I don't know. A couple of days ago. It's just near the forests before you would, cross into no man's land towards Dead Man's Haven, that sort of area. As far as I know, he shot a load of people and then turned on his heel and declared... Well, I thought it was you. Declared, "Oh, it's from Icarus Darrow. Oh, I'm a gun thing." He wouldn't say gunslinger, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. If you hear anything, let me know. I need to deal with this.
What if I hear my brother shooting people
Yes,
in the street?
Yes.
I mean, how... I'm sorry, Icarus, okay? But just the last time you were here, you did shoot people in the streets. So how do I tell those reports from the not so Icarus shooting people in the streets reports?
Burn!
Don't you talk!
Did you just say run or
He said
rum?
burn, I think.
Oh, okay. Heard rum.
I'll just remind
she's right. You're in no position to talk.
What? I'll remind you, Esme never laid hand on any of those guards.
I
She
will
just
kill you.
provoked them. And in the exact same way, Esme didn't kill that mean cleric. She just provoked her friends to do it. It's fine. Esme is just...
You sit in your corner. Continue, please.
I did, yes, I know. They provoked us, but I have no excuse.
Icarus, I don't know what sort of weird warped vision you have of this situation. But yes, there are some negative feelings between us, and they won't go away overnight. But equally, I don't plan on throwing you in shackles. That does not mean that you can walk around willy-nilly shooting people in the streets near cameras. Well, not cameras, but tower. There's only so many get-out-of-jail-free cards I have, but equally... you're gonna have to be smart. You're gonna have to not bring this one. And he blatantly pointed at Esme, who's leaning over, and he's like, into public places.
Well, bad news, she's gonna be at the dinner, so...
Fantastic. Brilliant. Maybe I could make her disappear.
I'm bringing my boyfriend.
He is a robot. He's a robot man. And he's like, I will admit it was nice to see you again, Icarus. Or I can, I can swallow my pride to admit that if I see him. But, and this is actually where he'd check a fucking watch. I'm raging. Kind of licks his lips and he's like, okay, I can taste it. Yeah, that thing's gonna wear off in a couple of seconds. And he basically, fiddles with the box and it shuts down again. And then he's like, so what will we order, dear brother? And as he says that, Esme and Izzy, you can hear him.
Oh, I'd get the veal.
He's like, actually, Icarus, what would you like? My treat.
What would you like, Coda?
The hardest decision of all. I don't know. I order some food.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, as you're kind of like, he like, you know, and the waitress comes over and he's like, yeah, sorry, we're trying to enjoy our meal here, but and he blatantly points at Esme. He's like, she's actually a well-known thief. And he stands up and pulls out like his like badge, and he's like, I'd be more comfortable if you just removed her from the premises. And like everyone swarms your table, and it's like, get out now, or we're calling the cops.
Esme stands up and she collects her purse like a good lady.
That's full of buttery.
And she yes, stop, it's full of caviar.
Breadsticks and silver spoons.
She just says, it's like, well, I guess we must be on our way. I always knew you were a limp dick, Darrow! And she just runs off.
Everyone's like really like highbrow, like, oh good heavens, what language, oh bullshit. Like, you know, a monocle falls into a few martini glasses.
Can I ask? Was I asked to leave?
Yeah, they're just like, both of you get the fuck out.
Aw, sorry, is he?
That's so not fair.
She curtsies and thanks them for their time and doesn't swear. Like, you know.
I'm giving Kid a look. I'm not impressed.
I like to think she like curtsies and then she's like, and then just sprints after Esme.
Yeah. And yeah, I still have a bunch of forks.
Is that necessary?
I mean, yeah, made me feel pretty good.
I'm gonna be so passive aggressive at the dinner. He's not gonna know what him.
I'm just looking at him like, you don't know what you've started. This is a mistake.
What'll they do?
Greatest
Arrest
mistake.
me? He drinks his
They'll
wine.
make your life hell. You don't know what you've done.
Laura, ask him who he's dating.
Seems a weird thing to bring up now, but yeah, alright.
Ask him who he's dating. You
Yeah,
need to know.
I'll kind of, yeah, alright. Mother and father said you had a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. What of it?
Who is she? Just curious.
Damn it! We didn't get to tell Darren. Just 1 second. You know the way in TV shows like Cheers, where like you have to walk downstairs, but there's still little windows where you can like where you can see the people outside. I just wonder, could is there one near them, and could Jimmy it open? Your boyfriend's dating a vampire.
Brother, not boyfriend.
Your brother. Sorry, your brother is dating a vampire.
No, this is a highbrow place. There's no tiny Jimmy windows.
Right.
He's like, oh, Celine, turtle bottom. She's my commanding officer.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so happy for you. That's wonderful. Really?
Yeah.
Is that allowed?
No.
Oh.
He's like tapping his finger as he's discussing this. Like,
I'm smiling for the first time in this dinner.
no, it's against policy rules. It's pretty sure you can get executed in some parts, but hey. Yeah.
I hope you know what you're doing.
He's drinking the wine. He's like, yeah.
Is it worth it?
He looks to the left and he's like, and then he's just like, clearly remembers something enjoyable. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you have something good going on.
What about you dating anyone, Icarus?
I'm engaged, actually.
As Coda says this, like, Coda was a dry man. Now he's covered in wine. Kid just like spits it all out. Like he had like the biggest gulp. He was just like, oh, I'm fucking gonna get executed in the streets. Like I'm just all over it. And he's like, I'm sorry, what?
Engaged, as in to be married?
Oh, I know what it means. Not to that god awful one you brought home last time.
No.
Okay. It's only been like a month. Who the fuck
Yeah,
did you
things
get?
move fast when the end of the world is coming. Yeah.
He like itches his nose and he's like, So who is so good that you married them or are going to marry them after a month of knowing them or something?
His name's Alexander. Um.
And where did you meet him?
In outside Dead Man's Haven.
Oh god, he's not one of these runaways like you, is it? Do you have a weird sex club or something?
He ran away. He's.
Oh, so he is a runaway. Is that like your thing?
He's
Sort of your thing.
he's
Wow, that is. I
ex-vampire
mean.
And,
He's like, and he's just like, more with bottle, please. Have you got a straw?
I think you'd like him. I hope.
Really?
Izzy's head like just crushes through the
Hey,
ground.
Coda's
Like,
trying to stay posy. Let him have this.
Hashtag relationship posse.
Hashtag stay posy.
Just stay positive, please.
Fucking God.
Please stay positive. Don't ever. No.
Like the second the waitress puts the bottle on, like, you guys actually haven't ordered food yet, and he's just like, yeah, and he's just, this bottle's just going back, and he's like, no, continue, please. What else does he like? I don't know. Not like the queen. Just add to it. So
He'll be at the dinner. Actually, you'll meet him.
Oh, fuck it. Should I, ask the clerics to step out, or?
He's not a
What?
vampire now.
I mean, he's an ex-vampire. How is someone an ex-vampire? How does that work?
Well, they sort of die and then come back and they're human.
Oh, so he's
He's not undead. No, he's mortal.
Icarus. Mortal.
a
Yeah,
normal
we're
mortal
almost-
human
so-
man.
So is he like cold constantly? He's like, of course.
No, he's just a normal man.
He's
Very
just a
normal.
normal man
He's
who's
very normal.
undead but not undead and an ex-vampire. Fantastic. Anything else? You got a kid, maybe? Maybe 3?
No. Do you?
God, no. Hopefully not. I don't know. He's like, fuck.
What
He's like,
happened
no.
to you? You used to be so responsible.
I mean, what can I say? Curls just do it for me.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna.
Yeah, sorry, I've been dragging
yeah.
this on. Sorry about that. This is just too fun and I'm enjoying it too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna say probably pause it there just cause like it's like
Yeah, I mean, like, we can always continue this in, like, Discord or something. Like, I feel like I have more shit to say to him, but I don't know. Well,
yeah, it probably in the sense that it'll just teeter off into like flame text more than anything kind of.
yeah, nothing more. I don't think
Yeah,
I have anything else like
like-
plot related, but I probably want to like.
Yeah, like
Now that he's like had a bottle and a half of wine, I feel like I might be able to, talk to him.
he's not gonna disclose anything like massively plot.
Oh, I
related
know, yeah.
without the tablet thing. So.
It's literally just flavor stuff. Like,
Yeah, so it's a case of like window.
maybe
camera-
clarify any sort of plan to get my mother and father out of the city, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and anything like that will probably be restated anyway. Like
Yeah, I'll do a little summary, but I probably want to
Yeah.
keep this going.
But that's fair. Like essentially, like the camera pulls out, and it's like they have like order food, and as the camera
What are
pulls
Izzy
out,
and
it's
Esme
like,
doing?
I honestly like to think that they're just both sitting by the window, being, "You son of a bitch."
Yeah.
No,
They're
they
like sneaking back in every now and then to steal more fort.
I mean, like it's a case of like it's Coda and Kit at the like having a nice dinner, and Esme's like, "Fuck, let's go get burritos."
She misty steps in, steals our wine, and leaves.
Yeah,
The waitress keeps being like, "No, fuck you, Helen. I'll have your cutlery."
But yeah, people eat
Cool.
food and go back to Rose because we haven't got an inn set up or anything. like
Yeah.
that. And also Rose is free lodging, so whatever.
Also,
But
that
yeah,
inn
guys,
just
we-
has bad memories, like fucking hams, all sorts of weird shit happened in that inn.
The fucking.
Was it the
hands.
Hawk and Jester?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yes.
I am
oh,
like I can't remember like normal facts, but I can remember everything in this fucking game.
You can't remember like
my computer
relevant
went.
things.
I can't remember like my own name sometimes, but I can remember the name of the inn we stayed in the first arc of this campaign for some fucking reason. Anyway.
That's fair, but yes, I won't
second,
keep you.
last
Oh,
thing.
sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Esme basically just says to the party that, just to explain, while I'm away, Esme says she's going to pop back to see Kay very briefly, and then she's going to spend some time with her parents and see if she can't help them kick the habit and get things back on track. But I'll be back for the dinner. I'll be around for the dinner, and if you need me, blah blah blah, the usual shit.
Be careful, stay safe.
Yeah, the usual. So I was like, I promise not to almost die. I'm also like, it's just because I'm not around. Sorry, goodbye.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like Esme said, like in the morning, so like everybody knows, kind of like everyone's on track.
Can we have hugs? Is hugs happening?
Yes, Esme gives people hugs. So Esme is everyone, even the house.
It's like bye Rose, like hugging every room, like goodbye kitchen, goodbye bathroom.
Okay, guys, good game.
Right,
I won't keep
cool,
you any
good
longer.
game.
Okay, cool. Good game.
Good
All
night.
right, night, guys.
Good
Good
night.
game, all of us.